What's up? I'm chewing a protein bar. Welcome to Wax Wednesday. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Los Angeles. The weather app says 53 degrees and sunny. That cannot be right. It thinks I live in Hueytown, Alabama. That ain't right. $75 and sunny. That seems more accurate. That's what that looks like. Oh yeah. Sunny day in Los Angeles. Got some new stuff to give away. Looks like we have a new exclusive Sune. From DesignerCon. What's going on, Priscilla?
Yo.
Yo.
Just setting up in the bedroom here. There we go.
We got a new exclusive DesignerCon Sune to give away.
Oh, nice.
We will also be at DesignerCon.
Yeah. Me and Lewis, at least. Paul's doing his show still that day, I think.
Thank you for the raid, Blockchain.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Yesterday, I was working on trying to make business cards.
Yeah, I have a couple ideas for designs too.
This is my non-designer design.
Yeah, I have a few.
Give me a hell yeah!
The hardest part is the second phrase, because like, I wonder if neon should just be taken out of it. So I don't know where to put the neon, because I said neon pop culture inspired physical and digital collectibles. I feel like if you put it the other way, it sounds like we're making neon signs. If you say pop culture inspired neon physical and digital collectibles, it's like not actually making neon. It's neon inspired. It's not neon. So.
Oh, dude, tear it apart. I was gonna make a do a pat set of design as well, because I feel like there's.
Yeah, this
I want to go
using their fucking online designer thing. That was not great. But
yeah,
also I'm not a designer.
I have a few ideas, but Priscilla has some comments.
Yeah, let us know what we should do better.
Definitely, I haven't critiqued yet, but that's just because I haven't put in like a design submission myself. I gotta get situated with my fucking tabs, dude. I got a million tabs here.
We are working on getting ready to go to our first convention. We're gonna hang out with the Sune crew at DesignerCon.
Oh yeah.
In what, Anaheim? Anaheim and like next weekend? Damn, that's coming up quick.
Yeah, baby.
So we got what else do we get? Let's show the other thing. I probably should I was about to blast our address. That's not smart. We got a card reader, like a thing so you can plug like a card reader into your cell phone so we can accept card payments. And then we got a nail polish stand to display our stickers. To remove the background, change the background to black,
Yeah, that was my first thing
Good
too.
call.
Black, definitely.
Also, I don't think it costs any more as far as like printing goes, so that would be remove the neon space text. The logo already said it. Good call. Totally fine, just have the logo and your website and email. And 80s vibe for the font. Yeah. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like much more minimalist, very like just like more of an artwork piece than a like information.
I used one of their fucking templates and I just like changed the text to our shit.
Nice. Well, I can use the text and like the spirit of it and try a design here. I like this fucking new Sune. I have to scour this market for it. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll be there. What is the day that we're going? The 16th? 15th?
17th, 16th or 17th? 16th.
16th. You know dates. It's the Saturday. Yeah, Saturday the 16th. Max and myself will be there. But 3 to 5 p.m. is when our pop-up will be. But I mean, we'll probably be there earlier hanging out. Assuming we don't wake up super late, but been waking up earlier these days.
Yeah. Still gotta get a better rhythm. Wake up earlier, but I'm doing all right. Keep passing out on the fucking couch is the problem.
And so you guys passed out there last night.
Yeah, that fucks up my sleep. I need to not do that. But it is so easy to just get comfortable and be like, all right, I'll just stay here for now.
This is where Priscilla's booth will be. Right next to 100% Soft and Corey Feldman.
Oh, nice. Hollywood 100 is like the next big thing next to us.
That's the really big booth. So look for the Hollywood 100. Totally ignore them and then come over here.
Yeah, if you hit them, you've gone too far. That's cool. I'm excited to see this all out. Oh, okay, it's pretty like...
Or an entrance. I don't know if there's only one entrance.
If it's like the main entrance, yeah, I'm sure there's...
Looks like it might be multiple floors too. I have no idea what this building is like. I've never been here, but yeah, come check out the Sune and check out our stuff.
Nice,
We have some of these to give away.
Okay, if we can't find parking at the Marriott, we have to park at the Clarion. We'll have to see. Parking's probably going to be a nightmare.
Almost like Starry Night background of this.
Oh, yeah. That design reminds me of like the Christmas card image.
Booth butt. Is that what y'all call it when you're on the end of somebody else's booth? Grabbing booth butts.
The butt on the butt end.
Between the Marriott and Clarion, you should be able to find decent parking, but it might cost $20, $30. I think we'll figure it out. We also don't have that much stuff if we need to walk a bit. We don't have quite the operation you do. We can hold all of our stuff in like our hands.
That's true. We can walk if we need to.
Let's start a giveaway if you'd like to enter to give this Anaheim. Oh, how do you pronounce this? Haori? I don't know if that's right.
I think Harry. You're a wizard,
Oh,
Harry.
Harry Suni. It's got hair all over it. Exclamation point neon on your wallet if you'd like to join the giveaway.
Find free street parking and then take like a $5 Uber. That's the move. At least that's what I did at what is it? Not Universal Studios, but the other one, like the theme park with like the big roller coasters. Six Flags. Six Flags parking is fucking expensive.
I don't know if I've ever been to Six Flags as long as I've lived here.
Yeah, I just parked like in a neighborhood, like, and then just called an Uber and had them drive me to the Six Flags gate. And it was like $5.
I'm not the biggest fan of big roller coasters. Like,
oh no, I fucking love that. It feels like you got your ass kicked after you get like after a whole day at Six Flags. It's fun.
I don't mind fucking Disney level roller coasters. I like Disney rides.
Yeah, those are much more about like the theme than they are about the thrill of like.
Yeah, that's what I
you
like
know.
about them. I like all the
Yeah.
fucking animatronics and cool shit popping
The
off.
theme is fun, although I don't know. I do really like a good roller coaster that fucking throws you around and like gets your adrenaline going. I like that.
I also haven't been on one in a long time, but
Yeah, I guess that's
I
true.
think of
Too.
theme
What
parks.
up,
I go
Pop and
to.
Stock?
I used to always go to Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And they had a couple pretty big roller coasters. They also had a ride that showed you how chocolate was made. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
The largest amusement park in Pennsylvania. Let's see the coasters. The Super Duper Looper. I don't remember that one. I feel like Wildcat's Revenge is this. They got a POV video. Let's check it out.
This looks pretty like decent sized, although I don't think it's like crazy big or has any loops. Although with Looper, oh no, there you go. It's got like corkscrews and shit.
I don't think wooden roller coasters usually have loops.
This one has like a metal track though, so it's like a hybrid.
83K views, a lot of people. I want to say this was kind of like one of the smaller roller coasters, but
Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks dope. I'd be into this. I'd definitely ride this.
they have some bigger ones too.
Where's that? What place is that?
Hershey, Pennsylvania, Hershey Park.
Well, I've never been there.
So I used to go visit my aunts in Maryland, and once you're in Maryland, you can pretty easily go over to like Pennsylvania. And we used to go to Rehoboth Beach, which is that in Rhode Island? I don't know. Once you're down, like once you're in that part of the fucking east, like it's like 2 hours to get from one state to the next. Whereas California, you can drive for fucking 8 hours and not leave California. You get through like 3 states over there, so
Yeah,
bounce around to all the shit.
that's true. Halfway up the coast, you're still in California.
Let's see if we can find them more. I thought they had one of those like shoulder roller coasters, but maybe they don't. The Cocoa Cruiser, that sounds fun. Candemonium, they're all like chocolate themed. Yeah, this one looks pretty intense. With that loop, 76 miles per hour. We can't play this music probably. Why is this not letting me maximize? I haven't been to this theme park also in like 10 years. Subscription. Holla.
Heyo.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. This one looks okay. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty high.
And it is like an upside down thingy here. There you go.
Oh, is this also Hershey Park?
Yeah. Honestly, the ride I like the best though is like the chocolate making ride. They just show you how chocolate's made and that shit rocked. How could I explore all rides? Chocolate? No, they did not.
Was there like a bunch of chocolate themed stuff or no?
Yeah, like here's the monorail with Hershey's. And even like there's the candy coaster, the Cocoa Cruiser,
Oh, they're like all chocolate themed. Durr.
the mixed flavored by Jolly Ranchers. I swear there was like a chocolate making ride. Maybe I'm making that up. Chocolate making ride Hershey. Chocolate Factory?
Mm-mm-mm.
Hershey's Chocolate Tour? Maybe it's just that.
What up, Fat Boy says greetings all.
Anyway.
Crittercraft is Blackfin's like he's still a fan of Crittercraft but prefers Dread Wager. I feel like Dread Wager is way more involved though. Crittercraft lets you just kind of like passively do it while you're like running other things. But yeah, Dread Wager is super fun. I still haven't beat the fucking short version of it. I'm bad at that game. I'm bad at games, I guess. I used to be good at games, not anymore.
Oh, I didn't even read the part of that. They shut down Crittercraft. That's too bad.
Oh yeah. Wait, which part of that was that? I missed that too. Then.
Crittercraft is shutting down their, I guess, the play to earn part of their thing. But honestly, that never really
Oh,
took
appealed.
off. Like,
Yeah, that never appealed to me much.
I own stuff for
That's-
that, and they never even got to like phase 2 of the development.
They had like the records, right? I think that's the part of it. That's like pretty
Yeah.
much all I know about it. Yeah. No, that's all right. I still like the giveaway tools are really fun, and having my like custom trails and shit is kind of like all I wanted. As long as I can keep doing that, I'm happy.
I mean, there's nothing really to do with the staking part of their project. It was staking for a token that was supposed to be used in the phase of the game that was never launched. But I can
Yeah.
pull this up. It is Wax Wednesday.
What up? What up?
Project update plus end of staking.
Oh yeah. Oh, there it is.
Says
Midnight
Project
December
update.
10th.
Crittercraft was originally conceived as a play-to-earn game when the concept was fresh and exciting. We're working on it, though we've watched almost every play-to-earn economy collapse, causing supporters to have a bad time. Despite putting significant work into it, this has made us uncomfortable launching our own and led to significant delays. To make matters worse, the FCA, UK Financial Conduct Authority, has now put into effect regulations which our play-to-earn mechanics violate with a risk of hefty fines or jail times. That's similar to ZOS. They just
Yeah.
ZOS is like, we're out. It's the FCA is fucking us over.
Yeah, smart move too. I would also chill.
Our backup plan was to forget play to earn and create value by building a game portal with lots of interesting games you can play with our NFTs. Our feeling being that people were moving away from play to earn and looking for gameplay involved NFTs instead. That's debatable.
Yeah.
I think people looking for gameplay and people looking for crypto games are two totally separate audiences at this point.
Yeah, I kind of agree too.
We are still excited by this idea, but unfortunately, the market is not active enough to support continued work and the cost involved. That's also true because, as I was saying, there's people are not paying for games that are just gameplay oriented with crypto stuff.
Yeah.
We are keeping an eye on things as things may pick up in 2024, making this more feasible. Two things that we think have worked, however, without any legal running costs or other issues are stream games and redeemable IRL plushies. And we would like to continue to support them in addition to releasing some new collectible NFTs. So what are we doing next? Ending staking. You can no longer earn motive. Dropping play to earn. Staking, training, and quests are canceled due to the reasons above. Spending motive. Once the final balances of motive have been settled, we'll begin adding some new ways to spend it. This will include collectible NFTs, stream game items, and new physically redeemable collectibles we have planned in early 2024. So let you know that moving forward, Chaz and I are also back to creating Web 2 games. You may see them pop up around the internet. So that's our Crittercraft update. Honestly, that doesn't really bother me. I wouldn't have played their staking game even if it had come out. Like, it's been so long since I've actually wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a staking game that I'm still. I guess
I bought
Novo
some shares,
Pangea,
though.
I'm staking a little bit.
I have a bunch of motive I can claim, so I'll claim my motive, and then I don't know, a VRL fucking grub sounds cooler than a staking game to me. So if I can spend that on that or more cosmetics for Crittercraft, like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's going to want to buy Crittercraft Mahalo. They're not making any money. Why would anybody buy that?
Yeah, hard to say.
Also, they were developing shit for free. Like, hey, do you want to buy this project where people have a shit ton of tokens that they can buy stuff that you have to provide a bunch of labor for? I don't think anybody's going to take that offer.
Yeah, like
I'm fine with this pivot personally, but I could see if you're disappointed if you thought you really wanted to play their game.
it does also sound like they're looking to like put up something for people who do have like a stack of those tokens to, you know, eventually like redeem them for physicals or something
Yeah.
like that.
And I understand that too, Pop and Stock. I think you have every right to be disappointed if you've been waiting. I had several records. I had the music shop, and like I spent a good amount of money on that when it dropped.
Yeah,
Like it was not cheap for those packs and all that stuff, and I've been sitting on it for like a year. But
that's true.
that
That's
being said,
definitely
I've lost interest in doing that since it's taken so long for them to release it. So if anything, I would have just tried to sell my stuff when the game came out, but whatever. But I don't know. I'm just happy that instead of completely abandoning the project, they're letting us spend motive on stuff. Because I do play Criticraft, and wouldn't mind, like, I like their plushies that they released. I wanted to get one, but they're really expensive, so if I could buy that straight motive, then that's actually a win for me.
right. Although that win comes on the expense of people like Pop and Stock, who funded it in the first place and are
I
selling at a
funded it in
loss.
the first place too.
I guess. Well, you and Pop and Stock. I think if you buy it
Spent
super
a-
cheap, if it collapses in the wake of like it being, I don't know. I feel like I hate to call it a rug pull, but I think Black Fang is making a funny point about
It is a rug pull. They said
it
they're
is a
launching
rug
a game
pull,
and didn't launch the game.
yeah. It's definitely, you get rugged left and right. I think that's not just a wax thing, to be honest, though. That's like a crypto thing.
But yeah, I don't know. It also makes sense, like logistically speaking. It makes no sense for them to be developing a game that could find them, like, because it's against the fucking codes of where they live. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's true.
At
It's
this
at
point, I'm
least a
just not
little
even
bit more.
surprised when people
It's a
abandon their projects. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, that's like what every game is doing. So
It's
part
a
of the
little
course
more
for
understandable
flags.
with the legislation shift for them to like. Yeah, so it's a nice.
Yeah,
they
but
have
let's
like a
be
kind of
real.
like an
They've
out.
been working on it for like a
Yeah.
year and a half and have released nothing. This was just an excuse for them to be able to rug pull, in my opinion. Like
It
they're
is.
already
It
not
is
going
a
to release
good.
it.
It is definitely like a good
Pop
out.
and Stock just said exactly what I said. It's like they were not
just
doing
take the
anything
out.
with this anyway. Like we've been sitting on that shit for so long. Like I don't know.
That's
I feel
true.
like
Yeah.
a lot of projects kind of use that as an excuse. I feel like ZOS might have done that a little bit too. Like Deej, and I also like Chaz and Gaz, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's a good excuse to be like, okay, well now that it's like there could be legal implications, we're just gonna stop, even though like we were struggling for so long that we wanted to stop. But also, I don't know,
Yeah.
it sucks to fucking work a shit ton of hours for free. So we understand it from a creator's perspective.
Yeah,
It's a
for
lot of
real.
work. And when you make almost no money doing this stuff, then it's like, why should I work a full to part-time job to build stuff for people who are just going to bitch about it anyway? And like, I don't know, the whole
Yeah.
play-to-earn economy is like devs work for free so that people can leech money out of the economy. It's like, why? How is that a
Kind
good
of, yeah.
idea for people that make games?
I think the only way it works is if the game behind the economy is like popular, has a huge player base that want to buy the assets, not just like
I don't.
a liquidity.
There's
pool
literally
that's
not an
buying it.
example of a game.
No,
with,
there
like,
isn't.
the token economy because that's
I'd-
not.
I'd
If
say
Grand
like
Theft Auto, you could sell. I've already said this thing, but like the dollars in Grand Theft Auto, if you could sell those and then buy the cosmetics with them instead of them dropping new ones for US dollars, they wouldn't make any money. Like people would just grind the shit out of that money and then
That's
sell it to
true
other
too, yeah.
people, and then they would never be able to sell. Like it's just a bad idea. Like it doesn't fucking work. Period. In my opinion.
That is true. Yeah, there's not
So,
really
I
a
don't
good
know.
example of
Even if
it
the game
working
is
anywhere.
amazing, like skin economies work, Counter-Strike
Skin
works.
economies
Counter-Strike's a
work.
free game, and the only way they make money is by people opening loot crates, and they're extremely profitable. So it
Yeah.
is possible to make a game, but I don't think a game where you can print a token and then sell that token, and that is the token used to buy all the stuff that you would be selling for dollars, that doesn't work. Like, because people are just going to harvest the shit out of that token, and then you'll make no more money anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Black Fang has a point too. Like Stings, even though it's kind of like the standard, like the rug pull kind of like trajectory of a project is kind of what you should expect. It just stings more when you have like passion about the space and confidence in it, like doing well. But then over and over again, it just, rugs on you.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know. This
definitely
game
like
just doesn't bother me because I'm
No,
not
this one's
interested in
okay.
playing the game at this point. So I'm like, if all of this is over and I can end up with the plushie for the fucking money I spent, that's good enough for me. It's also better than them being like, yeah, we're canceling shit, we're not using the token, and we're done.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be worse news. So not great news, but also honestly, a plushie is like
That's
more
it's a good
development.
a plushie. That's at this point in the space, a plushie is a pretty good get after getting rug pulled.
Yeah,
You have a
don't
nice
know.
little souvenir.
It is what it is. I think too many people bit off more than they could chew. Like,
Yeah, and that's
at
I
one
think
point we're considering making a play to earn game, and I'm so glad we didn't because we would be so fucked if we did that.
yeah, our assessment was like we can't make a good game, so let's not make a mediocre one.
I wanted to make a freaking Flash Revolution crypto version.
That would have been cool
Honestly,
too, but
would have been sick. I think I
yeah,
was trying to do it so like anybody you drop music on Wax, we could make charts for, and then you could play like it's like Dance Dance Revolution with your fingers. You
yeah,
could
like
do
the arrow
that, and
keys.
then like and that also wouldn't have necessarily been a play to earn game. Then you could freaking
That's true too. Yeah,
it's like own to play. But even then, like I don't know, are people really going to buy a bunch of songs just to play them in a game?
right.
This
And then
isn't
you'd have
Guitar Hero 2007 or whatever.
That's true.
I'll do a giveaway first, but we do have. Speaking of games that we thought rug pulled a long time ago, we got Music Mogul finally announced something for the first time in like
Heyo.
a year and a half. It's like I think it's over a year from when they like said
Since
the
they
original
they
launch
would
was
like,
going to be.
yeah, since the game was supposed to be out, not since they like announced or sold anything. It's been like years since they did their sale. It's the soft rug as opposed to the hard rug.
I mean, they're putting something out, so I don't know if you can call that a rug at this point.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But
Just being salty.
before we do that, we're gonna go give away one of these Anaheim Howery. She already told me how to say it, and I forgot. Howery, I think. Anaheim Howery Sune from DesignerCon 2023. If you did not know, Max and I will be attending our very first convention as the Neon Space team, and we will be hanging out at DesignerCon with Priscilla of the Sune fame. So if you happen to be in the Anaheim area or in Southern California and you want to check out a convention, we'll be there on Saturday the 16th at booth 1418 near Hollywood 100 and 100% Soft. So check that ish out. We'd love to see you in person.
For real. I'm excited for this.
Max and I will sign whatever merchandise you want us to sign. Paul already signed everything, so we got his signatures. But
I want to get
you want our signatures for some reason, even though I'm not involved in the physical art.
Maybe I can get myself a physical Sune.
I can sign the back of your phone while you play the music NFTs. I'm not sure everybody wants that, but I'm excited for that. And this is what the giveaway is promoting. So check it out. !Neon your wallet. We were talking about Crittercraft, Inadequate Mass.
Yeah, the latest developments.
Maybe you're going to get some chicks asking for boob autographs. I don't know, but
Ooh.
I'd do that if they wanted it. I'll sign man titties too. I'll sign whatever gender titties you want to put in front of me.
All titties.
I don't think that's what happens at conventions. I haven't been to a lot of conventions, but I do not think that there's a lot of women asking for people to sign their boobs. Just my guess.
That's
based on going
talking.
to PAX that one time, that was not the vibe.
It's a lot. It's more men asking to sign their sweaty boobies. Side titties.
More like men asking them to sign like posters and like photos of nerd shit.
Yeah, I guess so. I used to bring my DS, my Game Boy DS, and just challenge people to fucking Tetris.
That used to be the sickest part of fucking PAX was, especially when you're in the waiting room, because there's that room where like everybody lined up before the convention started, and just like everybody had a DS, and it was like you could find like full games for any game you're trying to play. That shit was dope.
It was super fun. I might have to get my DS out so I can get some contact. Because I'm sure it'll have
people. It's probably Switch now, right? Like, why would people be bringing DSs to such an old generation?
The 3DS, that's like the most current generation of. But yeah, maybe.
Newest Game Boy by Nintendo. We'll call it Game Boy. Well, no. I don't know. Priscilla would probably know better than we do.
I think it's the 3DS is like still the latest.
Do people bring 3DSs to DesignerCon? My guess is that's such an old console. Like, when did the 3DS come out? It had to have been like a decade ago.
It's probably like 7, 8 years ago, I think.
2011, so that was 12 years ago. That's a way old generation console at this point. They'll bring entertainment. People have their phones now, though. Like most games you could
I
play
guess
on your
that's true.
fucking 3DS, you can play on your iPhone or whatever. And then I feel like people will bring Switches if they're going to bring portable consoles. Which that I might bring my Switch and try to play Mario Kart. 'Cause I'm sure there's gonna be some fucking Switch Mario Kart going down.
Yeah, fuck, that would be fun actually.
All right, let's do this giveaway and then get into some more stuff.
Let's.
For the Sune. I'm sure Priscilla has some exclusives. We don't know what we're doing yet, so we have no exclusives, but come check out the stuff you could have already bought from us at DesignerCon. It's a good pitch.
We'll just be there to test out the waters, have some fun, meet some people,
I want to see what people have.
get a sense. Yeah.
Eventually, I want to make some Neon Space toys. I think would be cool.
Yeah, for real.
I don't really know how we would do a neon version of a toy though. I guess we could maybe make it out of like glow in the dark material. That could be cool.
Yeah, that would be actually really cool. I have a friend who used to do that. They did like a.
I also like the I don't know what material it is, but the blacklight material. Shout out to Mahala Spanglish. You won yourself a Sune. I like the blacklight material. I don't know if you've seen that where it's like no already Twitch prize. Oh no. Oh no, I don't have the link pulled up here. Give me a second. Twitch prize wallets. Yeah, there's like a material that glows when you put it in front of blacklight and you can do multicolors. I feel like that'd be perfect for us, but when I was trying to research it for stickers, I just couldn't figure out like how you do that. All right. Trading, transfer history to Mahala. And you're getting an Anaheim Sune. We'll give you mint 100 flat. I gotta log into my wallet. I wonder if we could do QR codes on our business cards. I don't know. Is that really any easier than just typing the website in? I feel like that's a lot of work when people could just type in neonspace.io.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
If we did have a QR code, though, we could put it to our link tree, which then people could have all of our links, which I feel like is kind of nice. Link like this website. If we do Linktree, then it'd have our Twitch, our website, our Discord, our Shopify, our Twitter, our Medium, NFTBlox, and Atomic Hub, just all in one.
Oh, that might be a good one to make a QR for.
If we could QR code into that, that would probably be the best. But then you can't have an all black card and it won't look as nice because QR codes need to be black and white.
I wonder if you can do the black and white QR code on the back of the card. Like have the back of the card just.
Yeah, but then you have to pay more. If you're printing front and back, you pay like twice as much.
Understood.
Unless you find people that charge the same.
I see.
Can't you get scammed by QR codes? I mean, yeah, if it's like a scam link, but we would not be putting scam links in our QR code.
Yeah, I don't think once. Yeah, like that's pretty much.
I think just putting our website on there makes us like all those links are on our website too.
Yeah, that's true.
I do want to revise our website to make it a little less NFT forward and a little more just. This is what we do. So last time I updated our website, we were doing like our first run of stickers, so it wasn't really a big part of what we do, but
that's true. Yeah. Plus, trying to get into like more higher up the physical chain,
Yeah.
physical food chain.
All right, exclamation point Neon, if you'd like to join this next giveaway, and let's look at what they're talking about for Music Mogul. I haven't read this, so I don't actually know what.
Yeah,
is
me
happening.
neither. I'm curious. I'm excited to find this out.
Day 0, embarking on your Music Mogul journey. So, I guess for people who are uninitiated, because this has been so long, you might have joined Wax after this started.
You've already forgot about this.
About a
being thing.
year and a half, maybe a year and 8 months ago, they sold packs. TRNO Studios, it used to be Wax Studio. I don't know, it's the studios made by the Wax team who are supposed to be making their own games and have kind of not done a great job. But they are finally releasing this game after like it's supposed to come out, I think, last October, and they sold the packs in like July or something, and they're like, oh, it'll be out in like 6 months, and that just never happen. And it's been a long wait, but they finally have an update. And like the updates for probably like a year straight were just like, yeah, like next month, like it's gonna be next month. They just kept saying that. I was like, that was a year ago. But I'm happy to announce they actually have some sort of news, but I haven't read the news yet, so I'll hold my opinion.
Yeah, I'm happy that there is news. Let's see if it's good news.
It's better news than the Grubfish or the Criticraft news that they're shutting down their game, I think. I don't think it'd be called embarking on your journey if they're shutting it down. They're like, embark on your journey. We're done.
Yeah, Random Kings got it right. It's still alive. It is still alive.
It's still alive.
Well, at least alive enough to put out an update. Let's see what the update is.
Please don't stop the music.
I'm getting too excited about it just being an update.
I've also been listening to This Is Important a lot, Inadequate Mass. The live shows for This Is Important have been fucking awesome, and they've been releasing like 2 or 3 a week. I'm gonna be really sad when their tour's over, and I'm only gonna be able to do a. Criticraft isn't stopping as well. I mean, they're not. Their game is stopping. Their play to earn game, which I don't think a lot of people are super interested in, compared to like I think Grubfish is still going to be around, and they're still going to be making collectibles. They're just no longer doing the like staking game. All right, let's get into this though. Gentlemen, start your engines. The culmination of anticipation is upon us. As the imminent launch of Music Mogul beckons, I've heard that one before, we stand at the threshold, ready to unveil the immersive realm that awaits all who dare to step in the universe of Music Mogul. While our core objectives remain steadfast, acquire artists, orchestrate performance, earn cred, and craft studio masterpieces, the past year has seen a strategic evolution. We've meticulously woven a sustainable economic fabric into the game, ensuring enduring enjoyment for players. That's a fucking sentence. What was their plan before? To release an unsustainable economic fabric into the game? We're going to release a complete trash
conditions
economy,
have changed.
We decided to delay it for a year, so it isn't going to be as trash.
Yeah, it's like we can't get away with as trashy an economy in this new.
That's not what happened. What happened is they hired shitty developers that gave them junk code, and then they had to redevelop it from scratch. From what I can tell, but they can frame it this way too.
Yeah, that sounds
setting the stage for reality. They hired not one but 2 separate groups of developers that gave them code that didn't work.
Yeah.
Setting the stage for reality. In the initial weeks, the game's economy will bear a semblance of austerity. Our reward mechanisms are intricately tailored for those who've been steadfast early adopters, with a surplus of artist NFTs. If you've been keeping pace with this since day one, you're in for a unique advantage. Picture a series of races where the veterans reveal in their early mover advantage. What?
That sentence doesn't make sense.
Revel in it. That's not how races work.
Oh, revel.
But that's not how a series of races. Like when you race, it's not who's the most veteran; it's who's the fastest. I feel like that's a bad.
Yeah. Okay.
No race I've seen has been like, oh, this 80-year-old man who's been around a lot, he's gonna do better than the fucking like 23-year-old Kenyan guy that is gonna fucking burn him. Like I don't know about that.
He's gonna revel.
For an optimal starting experience, we recommend possessing a minimum of 10 to 15 common artist NFTs, spanning all 5 genres. This strategic assortment positions you to craft a winning track eligible for the weekly streaming competitions. Feel free to record and submit as many tracks as you desire. Participation in those weekly competitions serves as the catalyst to kickstart your music empire. especially if your composition emerges among the top 500 most listened tracks. Those tracks will be rewarded with C notes. All the news that's fit to print. In the days and weeks ahead, our commitment is to furnish you with comprehensive and easily accessible information, anticipate insights into the following topics: tokenomics overview, life on the road, what you need to know, navigating the weekly stream competitions, gear and crew essentials, exploring the dynamic of track creation and competition, $1,000 wax P or 1,000 wax. I don't know if that's $1,000 in wax or 1,000 wax P. We'll find out when they do it. I'm guessing it's $1,000 in wax. There's a dollar sign there. There's 1,000 wax P. It'd be $1,000 sign wax P. What lies ahead? A glimpse into the near-term roadmap. Prepare yourself for the unveiling of Music Mogul, where your journey to Mogul, which, if we're also being honest, they've released all of these articles. Like, this was already released, this was already released, this was already released, this was already released, and this already released. None of this is new. This is
So far,
literally in the demo I played like 9 months ago, all of this was already said. So
so far I'm still waiting for the news.
The news is that it's coming out, I guess, but they didn't give a date.
They didn't give a date. Yeah, it's like it's been coming out.
Life on the road. I swear they already published this exact article. Like, this already happened when they were vamping up to launch. Maybe they changed the numbers of stuff.
Maybe. I don't remember the numbers well enough to call them on it.
They didn't have the numbers finalized. And the numbers also, when you were playing, they were like made up. They're like, when you did the demo, they're like, all these numbers will change when the game actually launches.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. They're like, don't buy anything based on these numbers.
All right. This guide provides comprehensive insights into the early implementation of the Perform feature in Music Mogul. The concept is straightforward. Various venue shows, festivals, and special occasions worldwide require musical guests for a myriad of reasons. As a mogul, you'll navigate through a diverse range of engagements, from local club performances suitable for common artist NFTs to private shows with your legendary stadium superstar.
Okay.
I also don't know if that makes sense to me. Wouldn't like a stadium show be bigger than a private show? As far as like, pretty sure you make more money playing a stadium than like a private gig, but that's the way they want to do it. That's the way they're doing it. C notes. In the game's future, your label will initiate most tours covering travel costs, road meals, and other expenses through a one-time event-specific payment in C notes, one of the 2 in-game fungible tokens. The second token, Cred, is earned upon successful completion of performances. Okay. Players acquire C notes by securing a song placement in the weekly top 500 streaming chart, a topic to be explored in another article. But basically, you can go into the studio and record a song. You combine your equipment with your songwriter, your artist, and then RNG like rolls the dice and tells you like the grade of the song you get. So if you get like an A+ song, you'll rank higher in the chart than somebody that got a B+ song. And the top 500 letter scores will get C notes.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that from the demo.
You spend the C notes on the tour, and then the C notes, and then the tours give you cred, and I think the cred is what you spend to make new songs. So it's like a circular economy.
Inadequate Math thinks cred is cringe. Yeah. Cred. Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Also not sure what C notes is supposed to mean either.
Groundbreaking stuff. I don't know. What is, I get cred is like credit, like street cred. But what the fuck is C notes?
This economy already sounds like it's not going to work.
Acquire C notes.
But you only apply C notes if you're in the top 500. So some whale takes all 5 top 500. Nobody else in the game can play, and their economy just breaks. Like, that doesn't seem smart to me. And the way they're trying to get around that is you can burn NFTs to get cred now.
But not C notes. You still need to get to the top 500 for the C notes, huh?
Wait, what? If players... This doesn't even make sense. However, at launch, if players find themselves without C notes, they can obtain cred through farewell tours. Why would I want cred if I don't have C notes?
If I don't have C notes, yeah, that's... Is there like a way to swap between the two?
You can... I don't know. This has now confused me more than it was before, but farewell tour is basically you burn your artist and you get cred. Which seems like they're just trying to burn an oversupply of...
Hold on, do you get the pun? He says C notes is a pun. C note is music and $100 bill. I think I'm missing the pun.
A C note is $100 bill. I didn't know that. I mean, I've heard notes.
I've note as a bill. I've heard, yeah, but C as $100.
I've never heard a C in front of the note is for money. I've heard of note like money be called notes though.
I have heard notes. Yeah, there's also like
Why not just call it a
bonds.
note then? Why does the letter C need to be in there?
Yeah,
That's
the C
my
is where I'm
crazy
missing
part.
it. It's like
Because note is also musical and
Oh.
note is money.
inadequate masses. Yes, C note is specifically means $100. So I guess C note is slang for $100.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, I didn't know that either. Yeah, so
I also feel like I still feel
that
like it
one
would
went
have
right
been
over
cool
my
if it's called
head.
a notes though, because notes is what you call money, and notes is also what you call musical notes. So I feel like just calling it note because it's not worth 100, it's worth 1. So I don't know. Still think note would have been better, but
We said it in high school a bunch. Damn, Random King fucking balling in high school with $100 bills, yo. Shit. I never had hundreds in high school.
these values are strategically designed to encourage burning of the common NFT. Artists to their higher availability. Feral tours gigs will always be available and will not cycle like normal performance slot. Once you obtain C notes to initiate the performance, you'll discover that common and uncommon tours may not be the most efficient use of your time. Instead, the rare NFT artist performances offer intriguing possibilities, with epic and legendary options serving as potential game changers. Who would have guessed the more expensive stuff gives you better rewards? Below, you will find a detailed list of performance options, their cost yields, completion times, and the minimum required artist rarity. Launch day. At launch, there will not be any genre restrictions on these performances. Any artist can participate in any performance as long as they meet the rarity requirement for that performance. However,
Okay.
these restrictions are planned along with a 7-day cooldown period as your artist recovers from their gig. The more artists per rarity and genre a player possesses will give them considerably more options. Each performance slot will show randomized cost timers and payouts tied to its rarity. The odds of seeing a specific rarity of a performance slot are common 65%, uncommon 20%, rare 10%, epic 4%, and legendary 1%.
Okay.
Players can enhance their experience by adding permanent slots to their account and expanding up to 60 slots on day one. Hot damn. How many NFTs do you have for this game if you're doing that? With plans to increase the total number in the future. This guide acknowledges the intentional challenge for lesser engaged players during the early game phase and emphasizes the opportunity for players with at least 10 artist NFTs to make strategic sacrifices for early cred / C-note rewards. Cred. Recording a track costs a minimum of 25 cred, ensuring that players cannot fail in the recording process as long as they meet the cost requirement and have an artist to place in the booth. Successful tracks can be entered into the top weekly streaming competitions, potentially earning players a spot in the top 500 and additional C-notes.
Okay.
That's the part that confuses me because if you get C-notes for performing, right?
You get C notes for being in the top 500. I think that's the only way you fucking get them, right?
Yeah, so can you just
Players.
not perform if you don't have hit songs or?
It does seem like it's similar to like their brawl economy, where if like you're not necessarily making everything you need, like you're making one thing and you need to use that to buy the other thing, probably kind of like Gold and Brawl used to have that dynamic. Maybe that's the idea, is like you would use your cred to buy C notes if you can't earn them by playing, and then you use the ones you buy to try to like.
I'm just afraid they set up their economy
roll the
so only
dice.
whales can keep playing for free and everybody else is just going to have to keep paying. That's kind of what it seems like it's going to end up doing. Recording a track costs a minimum of 25 cred, ensuring that players cannot fail, potentially earning players 500 in additional.
Okay, it's nice that you can't fail, but it seems like even if you make a song successfully, it doesn't really give you anything unless it gets into the top 500, correct?
It looks like, yeah, that's the issue I have with this game. It seems like, especially because it's like RNG based and you get better results. So whoever's like the pay to win cards is just always going to be earning, and then the people on the bottom who only bought one pack and got shit RNG and pulled 24 commons like I did are going to end up just having to burn all their cards to keep trying to play and hope they get lucky, which does not seem like a really fun game. But that's to my understanding right now. We'll see if they release more, but I don't love it, to be honest.
Not my favorite either.
The C in the C note refers to the Roman numeral for 100, which was printed on $100 bills. I don't think I even knew the Roman numeral C was for 100. And it was popularized in a number of gangster films.
Okay. I'm just out of the loop, I guess.
So we'll see. If there's no way to earn those things that let you put your guys on tour without getting top 500, I'm not a fan of this economy. But
I was buying a bunch of these commons for under 5 wax, and now they're selling for about a floor of like closing in on 10 wax. So at least
yeah, but what
least
was
I
wax
could-
worth at the time?
that's actually, I think wax was actually worth less. I think. I think I might have come up kind of hard on this because I was buying it when it was just like, okay, they're not going to abandon it. Was my whole concept there, but it does seem like the hype is coming back a little bit. Maybe I should just like dip out if I feel like the economy isn't going to sustain in a way that I want to participate.
Let's see. Do I have music? I hate how you can't like. Music Mogul. I was buying.
I'm pretty sure we were
Yeah,
buying
those look
these.
like came out pretty good
Yeah,
on
there we came up pretty hard on this actually.
I was buying Epic. What is this? An Epic?
That's a legendary, I think.
Yeah, I was buying legendaries for 375 wax. Now the lowest listing is 950.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're about 2
This
to
one didn't
3
drop
x.
that much, so I bought it for 427, and then it's 450.
It looks like the
They're rare,
comments
though.
because I was just
There's
buying
only-
like I was just
I
buying
have 10
all the
out of
comments.
11 and 17 out of 18. So there's not a lot.
Yeah,
of
they're
these
rare
ones.
as hell. I was buying a lot of these, and then the commons I was buying those for like 5, and then they're like floor
Yeah,
is
same.
closing in on 10 now. So okay, I mean I'm not mad about it, but I also don't think that the economy that they're detailing here really makes a strong case for like a play to earn kind of like economy that I feel like I can understand from day one and milk for all it's worth. It seems much more like if I wanted to
My
do
collection's
that.
still worth less than like I spent on the packs, though.
Oh,
The
yeah.
packs were super fucking expensive, weren't they? Weren't they?
Yeah, I think they're like
$75?
$70. Yeah, they're really expensive.
I don't
I
know.
bought-
I've got a decent collection. I'll still probably try to play because I was buying stuff to play, not to fucking try to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I just bought a bunch of shit, and when it like went to hell, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just buy like and see how this does." So,
But I have
buying
like the
this.
second highest rarity, so I feel like I should actually like, even though this economy might benefit me, I feel like it's not good for like smaller players. But I have
Yeah.
five of the fucking legendary guys, including a mint 1 of Sydney Slicker and a mint 1 of. There's only 3 of this guy. Let's fucking go, Devin Denham.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I'll sell it.
Yeah, let's see if I can do. What is this rarity? I have a couple mint 1 like of the rare guys. Hugo Bars, I have mint 1 of.
I've got mint 1 of 2 legendaries.
Yeah, let's see. I have at least one. I have
How
one,
many
2.
NFT do I have? I've
I
got.
have 2 mint 1s of the legendaries as well. Damn, I have 5 legendaries.
I have
in
50.
this
So
game.
they said if you want 10 artists to start, I'm well over that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to make top 500. If I don't make top 500, I feel like I'm much more inclined to sell. But I feel like I'll at least.
You have 50?
Yeah.
I have 89.
You have a bunch of comments. I burned all my comments.
Yeah, I do have a bunch of comments. I was just scooping the floor. Like I said, I just
How
kept
you
sweeping the floor.
upgrade them is you burn the commons. So anyone that I had multiple commons of, I burned into the higher rarities.
I might
That's
need to do
also,
that. I have a
You know,
bunch of
based on
duplicate
how the game,
commons.
if you want to get type 500, you want the higher rarity guys. So I was like,
Yeah. I do still have 5 legendaries though, on top of all, like within this collection.
yeah, I'm still down to try
I'll
it. I
definitely
just
play it,
don't know if I love the announcement that they did. I'm also a little confused. How do you even start your first thing if they don't? They better give you some like starter currency. It's like if the only way to start the game is by burning shit, I'm gonna be like, what is this whack trash? Like you have to.
Yeah,
burn
I'm not fucking burning my stuff. I bought that shit to play, not to fucking like burn it. Let other people burn it, and we'll see how it goes.
So that is new because the whole burn mechanism did not exist.
That's
in
true.
the-
That's the first I've heard of
demo.
that too.
and I'm not sure if I like that. I guess that's one way to keep your shit from just massively inflating, though, if like people have to. But I don't know. I don't love that solution as like
Yeah, it seems like the
it seems
solution
like
is
it benefits people who have like the best fucking cards, and everybody else gets screwed. Which is like, I don't know. That's not really a fun game for anybody besides the people who
Yeah.
spend a lot of money.
it's like if you already have the good cards, you don't need to burn your shit, and then if you don't, you got to burn all this stuff now. I feel like the burning it into higher rarities, I was always like worried about as far as like if I have, because like I said, I have a bunch of like high rarity stuff, and they like Lewis was showing, like, you know, they're like under 20 mints, but it's like I don't know, in time they'll definitely their mint count will go up as people burn them or burn the lower rarities into them. But it seems like now there's like an alternative reason to burn your stuff, and that might help keep rare stuff rarer, which again just benefits the people who already, you know, have it, which isn't the worst thing considering they charge $70 fucking for those packs. So I don't hate them giving us a little bit of value here for the NFTs that we like been sitting on for like 2 fucking years now.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
no.
I still need more information to see like what you start out with, because if you start out with some currencies and then you can like make a song for free and then get top 500 and then just use that and you don't have to like burn a bunch of your shit, then that's not as bad for me. But I don't know. It's a hard sell as far as like I don't know if I'd recommend anybody buy into it. Like it's like since I already have my shit, I'll try it. But like
Yeah, for sure.
a hard time being like, hey, new player, like feed the whales, because that's all you're gonna end up doing if you fucking buy shit and then just have to burn your shit to keep playing. Then it's like you're just pumping the floor for the people who can't actually mint new cards.
Right. Damn.
Ponzi
my
Nomics
collection.
101.
Ponzi-nomics. We've all been there, guys. Let's not fall for it. Not this time. But hey, at least I got some stuff. I'm ready to jump in, and it seems like I have a decent enough collection to probably play this game at a level that is fun. We'll see.
I also
We'll see.
like I was trying to diversify my genres too. Like I got
Yeah, I think I have a lot of not diverse genres.
so I played the demo and then I saw like how you're supposed to play the game and I was like, oh, like the people who are getting the new genres are gonna. It's also why my new genre guys are worth so much more. But I have country, hip hop, rock, EDM, and pop. So I think I have all the genres.
Oh hell yeah! I definitely
My
don't.
country's not good though. I only have one country, but I got a legendary in rock, which is a pretty big deal. And then I got a hip hop. I have 2 legendaries. Most of my shit's in pop though, because that's the packs they sold first.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I have almost everything in pop. Like of my 94, 85 are in pop.
That's gonna matter for charting though, because top 500 chart. So if you're
It's
making
for
pop
pop.
charts, you're competing with everybody else who has pop, which is everybody. On the rock charts, like good luck beating my fucking legendary. They never even sold the rock packs. You have to get them out of the random 1-card packs. So like,
Oh yeah. I
I
got
feel like that's where I'm
my
gonna-
R&B stack. My hip hop R&B is like I have 3 legendaries and a rare in hip hop R&B.
R&B that's like the second packs they sold that didn't sell nearly as well. So that one's like you
Yeah.
might be okay, but ideally you want hip hop. Oh, sorry, not hip hop. You want EDM, country, or rock, or the packs where you can only pull them out of the 1-card packs. So if you get shit in that, there's gonna be so much less competition for top 500. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm also hoping you can like use the in-game currency to buy new packs and get new cards, because I would like to fill out my lineup in those other genres.
Let's see.
Dude, last call for this giveaway, and get into some tech shit.
Let's do it. It's been a wild.
Exclamation point neon. If you would like to join this giveaway for a Sune, for a Anaheim Howery Sune. And in
Oh,
case you
yeah.
missed it earlier, we are going to be at DesignerCon in Anaheim on December 16th, next Saturday. So come meet the Neon Space guys if you would like to. There's also this Xmas Game Pass being sold, which I don't really know what the fuck this is for, to be honest.
Me neither.
Somebody asked us to promote this and then just never got back to me. They're like, hey, do you want to play this game to promote the Xmas thing? And I was like, sure. And then they're like, let me talk to the person and get back to you. And then they didn't.
Okay.
But I think it's like a Street Fighter game where like you can fight as profile picture project things in like a Street Fighter game, and then you earn credits. I don't really know though, to be honest.
That sounds kind of interesting. It'd be fun to see a game that like incorporates multiple different PFPs as like characters.
It does that, but I haven't like been able to see if the game is fun or anything. That's why I was like, I don't mind playing a game on stream if you're gonna give us free access, but I'm not necessarily gonna pay for access for a game if I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like $10,000 in prizes is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in a fun game. And I feel like when you are advertising the money over the game's gonna suck.
Yeah. Buzzkin says it's a weak fighter. Yeah,
That's what I would guess.
that's why the money is in front of the gameplay.
My Druja already down.
Only one so far.
Random King and Marcelinic got blasted. Sorry, Blackfang. You've been sliced.
Done. You're done.
Adequate mass is done. No,
Oof.
Poppin' Stock. Mikey or Mickey and Chucky. All deads. Fat
Oof.
Boy B. Rip.
He's gone.
Buzz
Buzz King.
Walter. Longer. Boom Shankar 4. Rest in peace. Becky Hodler.
Gone. He's gone.
Oh!
Oh, Winnie.
Double kill. Zeal 450. Congrats.
Zeal done it.
Also, I don't know if you saw your DM, Max, but Wombat sent us a new identity verification thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me do that today then.
I think it's a different partner this time, which honestly
Whatever.
would be nice because I feel like the last one sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't quite get min 69. We got min 68. Min
Damn.
70.
Priscilla's holding it. She's holding out. She's holding out on the mid 69s.
Looks like they're randomly sent because they're not in order either. So she might have done like a.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she off the hook.
Yeah, I had to hit up Mark. There's a few things they want for our Know Your Business, which is annoying because we already verified our business with Atomica, but they're like, you need to re-verify. And they asked us to verify our artwork. I was like, we already have the art badge. I'm not going to fucking re-verify that for you. Like,
Yeah.
go look
why?
through your fucking, I don't know. I think it's a pretty generic response, though. They're like, you need this, this, and this. And I was like, well, we already have that badge, so we do not. So it used to be you couldn't get your content badge unless you did your identity, but we got our content badge before we got our identity somehow. So
Yeah. I remember showing them like all of like the layers and stuff and like the work in progress shit for the stuff we're working on to verify that we're actually making it by hand.
it would just be nice to have our identity badge since we are all fucking doxxed and like,
Right.
and same with the business. It's like we have an LLC. We made a legitimate business. We're not operating shadily, so it would be nice to have those badges.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. We just need. I don't know. They asked for like a bill at our residence, which I'm like, we don't really operate like it's just a fucking like we don't have like a gas bill for our fucking or electricity bill for our residents. I don't know. I'll ask Mark. Mark is kind of in charge of that stuff.
I can also, I mean, we have it for like this address. We just print it out. It's all paperless.
That's not the address that our LLC is registered to, though. We need a bill
right.
to the registered address of our LLC. I'm sure something is being billed there. Like maybe our bank statements. I don't know if we're Mark registered bank account to.
Yeah, something's got to be there. I'm sure
we can't use Mark. We have to use the address. Like if you look at, we have an address for our LLC, which is like it's like a lawyer's office. It's not actually a business we operate because we're a virtual business. We don't need a fucking
like
physical.
The agent, registered agent's office.
But I'm sure something has been mailed to them from us ever, or like even if we just have it like on an online statement where it's like, oh, you paid for this, and they're just that's put down as the address. That's all we need. Yeah, if you look at the about for Neon Space, 522 West Riverside Ave, Suite N, Spokane, Washington.
That's our agent. That's the registered agent for our LLC.
Yeah, and we have a UBI number 604-760-673. We are a legitimate registered business. It's like, is that not enough? Like, why do we have to fucking?
That's true. You can't really get that stuff and have it be legitimized. Like, where if you can look it up and see that fucking business is correctly licensed that way, you can't.
I
really
think
do
it's
that
to prove
without
that we are that business. Because I guess you could just say find some random registered LLC and be like, that's my business.
That's true.
I think that's why, but I don't know.
I've
It's
seen
called
some
fucking
bullshit
Neon
like that
Space
too.
LLC. Like it's pretty obviously us.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, if you look up the names on it, our names are the ones that registered it. So like, I don't know. We'll see.
Chucky's trying to be helpful, and then he's like, he can send us a bill. Yeah, invoice us
Invoice us.
$10,000. I just got my fucking Real D like driver's license renewed at the DMV the other day, and they also needed like 2 pieces of like mail that were addressed to me. So I brought like my voting registration form that got mailed to me, and then I brought a thing from my bank where it said I had a delinquent balance of $2,000. It was like a pink, like really like a hey, you're broke document, and I thought that was really funny. The person commented on it when they scanned it. She's like, "Oh wow, it's like your proof of like thing is basically a document that says you're broke." I was like, "Yep, pretty much." But I was like, "Put it on record, baby."
Yeah,
It was
she
also
says,
it was
nothing to hide. Tell us your social security number and date of birth. I will keep my social security number close to
Yeah.
my chest.
What was your first pet's name, and how about your mother's maiden name? Let's get into the security kind of questions here.
All right. Well, we're gonna have this Crittercraft going in the background.
Yeah,
I
let
think
me.
that concludes the NFT portion of our Wax Wednesday, and we'll go into the tech talk portion of our Wax Wednesday. Which honestly, most of that shit came as a surprise. I didn't know Crittercraft was stopping their play to earn. Music Mogul announcement came out
Yeah.
like that last minute.
Lots of interesting stuff to announce today. Let's go into Bitcoin.
I honestly don't know if I know the street I grew up on.
The street I grew up on. I guess in Germany I wouldn't know either. I'd have to go all the way back to like Michigan. In Michigan,
I
it
don't even
was.
remember if I know the one in. I don't remember what street I lived on in Lakemont. There's some cul-de-sac.
Lakemont. I don't remember that street either. Honestly, it was
That
maybe
was
like
also before
Circle,
like
Circle Drive or something. I think was the street it was on.
your street.
I think so. Circle Drive sounds correct.
I think ours was like Southeast 47th or something. I don't know. It was like just a number. That's why I don't remember.
Streety.
That's also. It's a dog's name and a street name would be your stripper name. So I'd be Dante
Marcy?
47th place.
Oh, Dante. And
What if I-
wait. What is it? It's your dog's name and what? Dog's
And
name and
street
street name. So Marcy Circle, Marcy Circle Drive.
That's not very good
Right-
either.
Right now we're on Burbank Boulevard, so it could be Marcy Burbank Boulevard. That's pretty
I
weak
feel like
too.
that's better than Marcy Circle.
Marcy Burbank. What do you think about that, Marcy? Marcy Circle is pretty weak. In Michigan, the street was called Sheffield Drive, so maybe Marcy Sheffield. That sounds like more of a name.
I feel like Burbank would be a pretty sick last name.
Burbank, yeah. People know Burbank.
What up,
or at
I'm
least-
Bobby Burbank?
I knew Burbank from the Animaniacs, since that's where Slappy Squirrel lives.
Thor Brookside. Thor Brookside is fucking packing, dog. That dude's got like maybe an 11-inch penis for sure.
Thor Brookside.
Yeah, that guy's packing heat.
71% run on fucking wax since we got the bull print. Damn. Let's take a look at the market. So this last week we had, let's go Bitcoin moving on up, Ethereum breaking on out as well. Lots of like bullish kind of sentiment hitting the market. Let's go to the like longer and lose some of these eyesore kind of things. And you can see here, especially with ETH on the weekly chart, we are approaching kind of this would be our like major resistance level right here, where we first kind of found support and lost it. This is kind of like what we're testing with this breakout. I bet you if you go to the monthly, you can get a nice sense of it is testing resistance, which is just starting to draw here with the indicator I have on. But that red line there, if we go to Bitcoin, it's actually kind of pushed beyond resistance here and is printing bull on the monthly, which is a huge deal. But there's 25 days left in the month, so we'll have to wait to see how the month closes. It is breaking out, it looks like, and kind of testing previous resistance levels of the like bull market kind of like retest here. So when we had the double top and we bounced and we were starting to lose it. This is where we were testing. So it's around 46,000 for Bitcoin. Ethereum is definitely showing us kind of more a metered approach where we are, coming up. This is again the monthly chart, and approaching resistance. We're also kind of starting to be overbought. And we're not quite making higher highs yet. If you look this price point here, where the line right now, the red line I'm following, the red line is the current spot price. I'm following that to this candle, which is the last time we saw that price. And that candle is showing us an on balance volume that's actually slightly higher than where we currently are. Previously, these candles also touched that on balance volume. So that's around here, still higher. And then even this valley is about on par with where our current on balance volume is. So it's not like a climbing on balance volume. And of course, you can see, from here we fell off. And then from here, we've been kind of rising in price from starting here. And you can see from that same start, we also have been falling in volume. I think that's also pretty clear on the weekly chart, where you have lower and lower volume as the price keeps pushing higher and higher. That's also generally considered a bearish divergence. So especially on the weekly chart, things have been looking pretty bullish, but again, very overbought, almost flatlining here on the top now. On the SR side, this is for Ethereum, and then Bitcoin is straight up flatlining now at 100% for the SR side. So looking for probably like a breather here to pull back a little in the coming week, 2 weeks, maybe. A big part of this is probably going to be influenced by the dollar. So this is the DXY, the US dollar price index. Generally speaking, we've been looking at this for a while too on Tech Tuesdays. And usually we want to see the dollar trade in inverse of the equity markets. And that would be in inverse of the stock market and the crypto markets. And you can see that we had recently kind of broken up into a bullish trend. But it may have just been a divergence, as we have been closing the last few weeks below our support line here, our strength band, even though we're now, also oversold. And so now in the coming weeks, it looks like we're going to retest, push kind of back up to here, which let's see if I can do a quick drawing. It would be something like that. If we keep moving the way we if this was a bullish divergence, we'd probably retest the strength band in the coming weeks and then push, get rejected and move down. As we move down, we would expect to see crypto and stocks move up as they're moving in inverse. But in the coming weeks during this retest, where we have now the room to kind of move up on the SRSI, and we're going to potentially move and retest the previous the support here, the strength band, which is basically the very top of our first kind of like rejected area here. We're going to retest that likely, and on the way up to that retest, you would probably then see a sell-off in equities and stocks and crypto. And so that is partly why I would say, we're oversold, we're looking to pull back, and the DXY is looking to kind of do the opposite of what it had done in the past too. Let me turn off this pen. I don't want to draw with a pen anymore. But yeah, so let's look at Wax as well. Wax and reset the chart. Wax on the weekly gets a little crazy because apparently someone bought Wax for over $50 a unit. But if we crop that off and turn off the eyeball, we can see our weekly chart.
Where did they do that on KuCoin?
This is on KuCoin. So when Wax got first,
another chart, does it still spike to 50, or is it just only on KuCoin?
Oh, I doubt it. It's probably just a KuCoin thing. So if I go to Binance, Binance does not have that spike. So when it first was listed on KuCoin, it got
damn. They should have had some fucking sell orders on KuCoin.
Someone bought Wax for $50 a unit. Bitrex also, I guess when it was first listed, someone bought some for 40 cents, and it was trading at like 6 cents.
That's such a waste of money if people don't understand how fucking orders work.
Yeah, it's like a very thin order book, and somebody probably just did a market buy and bought absurd amount, like an insane slippage. But a lot of these charts are printing bullish here on the weekly, and you can see they have flipped my strength band as well. So on the weekly, Wax is starting to look pretty sweet. Let's look at the daily, and let's go back to KuCoin as well. I just like KuCoin. So on the daily, we've been watching Wax, and we've been trading Wax in our portfolio here using our trading range, which we've been charting here. And so once we had this breakout, we did kind of mark on stream this resistance line, which did end up acting as resistance. We got rejected there. We had a little bit of a bounce from our band here, which is nice. Then we got rejected hard, lost it, and we found, support at the previous resistance level. You can see when we first pushed up here, this was the level to break out of, which we did break out of, and now tested support, bounced off of, and now we're basically right at the strength band again here on the daily chart. We want to close above the day. It's the daily strength band here, and kind of bounce from there and retest this previous high, this previous resistance, which we can probably move down a little bit to the top of the actual body of this. And if we do that, you can see it actually gets pretty close to touching the wick here. So it is retesting that previous support. If we can break through this, then the next support range is going to be up around 8.4 cents up here. So if I go back, zoom out a little bit more, you can see the way that support range is supported by a lot of the candles in this spike. And then previously here when we had our sell-off, you can see a lot of support being found on this red bar here all the way back. Let's go not too far back so it doesn't zoom out. Right here, we found support there. It kind of like acted as a bouncing board every time we wick down. And then even when we started losing it, it was holding for a long time. It was like 2 weeks where we were just hovering flat before finally losing it and then pushing down into the bottom of our range. So that is still the top of our range. And I'd still say that is where I want to, between these two red lines, is still where I want to keep my liquidity range. So we're actually right in the fucking middle of where we set our LP range. So yeah, with that, I would keep it there for now too, because we don't really know if we're going to be able to push up to this next level, especially with the coming weeks looking a little bit more like bullish sentiment is drying up, or at least running out of steam a little bit. So with the DXY looking to kind of like retest up, and with stocks and crypto looking to kind of like cool off as they're all very overbought, I would like to stay in the same range as before. So let's jump over to Alcor and take a look at that range. Yeah,
you guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Okay, sign out of my
Send it.
yield farming wallet and into my DeFi wallet. Boom. Typing passwords like a pro. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at how our DeFi wallet is doing. I'm going to the pool tab, and you can see we're back in range on our Wombat USDT. So this last week, we didn't even touch this. We were out of range. We're back slightly, it looks like, in range. So it looks like Wombat token actually did recover a little bit like we were hoping. And so that's awesome. Great. We're back in range. We're back. And I would say, barely in range. Only 13 cents of this is in USDT right now. But I'm still going to keep this, leaving this alone, because if we go to the farm, you can see we are still earning our Wombat tokens here. So we've made 7.9410, and this is just going to keep climbing up even if we drop out of range, because we added it to this farm while we were in range. The other farm that we have is Wax USDT. We've made, since last week, almost 2 wax in this farm. And if we go to the pool, you can see we're basically right in the middle. Yeah, $6.97 and $7. So right in the middle of our range, and our range is still set 5 cents to 8.5 cents, which is very much in line with, I'm gonna move this over, very much in line with here, 8.5 cents, 4.9 cents, our range. That's where we want to be. So I have that still set. This is still cooking just like we want to be cooking here in the background. We also earned 0.3 wax just from trading fees, which is not bad considering we also made 2 wax in farming fees. So this is great. I want to leave this alone. So what I'm going to do is claim the fees, and I'm going to use those fees.
Compound them.
Yeah, and claim the rewards here. I'm going to claim them here. I'm going to compound these bad boys straight into that range, especially right now that the range is right smack dab in the middle of where I want it to be. So it's very easy to add liquidity, because I know I pretty much need to add it in equal parts. So I'm going to claim from both of my farms right now. Next, I'm going to jump over to Wax on Edge, because I like to use Wax on Edge to do my swaps versus Alcor, because Wax on Edge knows where the routes are. So let me sign into Wax on Edge really quick. I'm going to start by swapping my Wombat into Wax. And you can see here the route is 60% at Alcor, 39% at DeFi Box to get me 0.19, which let's compare that really quick. I always like to do the little comparisons, which is 0.191988. Let's see what this route is. Oh, okay. This might actually be a better deal. Let's see, because this is doing TLM, like this is doing like an arbitrage in the middle of this trade. You see, this is doing TLM, my Wombat into TLM, and then the TLM into Marta, like the Millions of Mars token, I think, and then that into Mars. Colonize Mars. Yeah, one of the Mars games. But yeah, so this is doing an arbitrage. So 19.8. Let's see if Wax on Edge is actually keeping up. 19.12. So actually, in this instance, it looks like Alcor's got the better deal. So I'm gonna swap on Alcor. Still worth checking. Also, I don't know if you noticed how quick Alcor got or how quick Wax on Edge is going now, but man, it's way faster. Next, I'm going to keep the USDT because obviously I need USDT as the counterpart to my liquidity. But I want to swap. Let's see. Oh, we have PXJ. Oh, did we open that pool too? We did not. Well, where do we get the PXJ? Interesting. Jump back to the wallet here. PXJ. Okay, so PXJ was a token we looked at. If I click unstake, it had a liquidity pool that was paying pretty high yield. Yeah, look at this. It's paying 7, 8, 9, 950 something percent APR right now. It's really high.
Tokium.
It's paying Tokium and more PXJ.
I guess that's like a train token from that like train staking game.
Yeah, Train of the Century, I think, is the name of the game that one comes from.
I don't know if that even, like, somebody in our chat will have to let us know. I never played that game. I wonder if that's still even running.
I think that's what that one's from. But I'm not sure how I got this token, this PXJ token. So let me take a look.
You can look how much it'll tell you.
How much is PXJ? Okay, not very much.
If you look on,
let's take a look at blocks.
Blockchain Explorer, you can filter by token and figure out.
So here we go. Or on Blockchain Explorer, I'm going to come here, filter by
on the bottom.
Filter by all tokens. Let's do PXJ.
Pixel Journey.
Let's see. Swap. Oh, I swapped into it. Refund liquid. Oh, so we must actually have on Taco Swap. We have a liquidity pool for this. Let's go check that out too. Well, mystery solved. So we actually have another position.
Seems all the small obscure tokens are 300% lately. Yeah, that's just like because they pump the rewards and people buy into them for the rewards.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit's not sustainable, but if you can get it out, in and out quickly, sometimes you can do all right.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what we were trying to do here with our DeFi wallet too. So let's see how it went.
Eventually it collapses though, so you usually don't want to like long hold tokens that are giving out anything with that rate of profit or whatever means like that amount of people are going to dump it, and like that shit evens out pretty quick.
Yeah, so let's go to meal and staked. Let's see, what is this paying? So this is paying me 634% APR in in Wax and PXJ. So let's take a look at how this one. So we've put up, I think it was like 25 or 26 Wax into this last week.
Check that Blockchain Explorer; it'll tell you exactly.
You're right, exactly. You're right. Let's do that. So swapped. Let's take a look at the swap. Tracers. What did we swap? 13 Wax. So 26. Yeah, I was very close with my memory. So we did 26 Wax into this LP. And so right now, if we look back at where it's at, we're down about 2 Wax cumulatively between the pool. But let's see how much we've earned in the past week. So 270, I'm going to withdraw both of these, and let's see if 270 covers 2 Wax. If it does, then we've basically stayed still. If we get more than 2 Wax out of that, then we are in a net profit from participating in this LP. So this is going to be another one for wax on edge.
How much wax did you get from it?
Point. Damn it. I'm going to have to go back to the Explorer. And let's see. DeFi 1. We just got 0.02. Very little wax. But we got 270. So let's take a look. What is 270 of PXJ get us in wax? 270. 1.6 plus the 0.2, 1.7. 0.02. So 1.7, that's 9, 10, 0.3 wax that we're down since the last week. Also, if we're looking at the daily chart here, that makes sense with the price of it kind of dropping in this last few days. If this last candle hadn't happened, we'd probably actually be in profit. But what we did see was that on the farms here, the APR is way higher than on Taco. So let's do this instead. So first things first, I already claimed the rewards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove liquidity from PXJ Wax over here on Taco, and I'm going to move it over to Alcor. And then another thing that's going to be really cool about doing this through Alcor is that I can now kind of play this more like a trade than a 50-50 split, and I have to commit both sides of this. So I'm going to refresh this. And you can see now I have my 14.5 wax and I have 2,200 PXJ. What I want to do here is, looking at the daily chart, for example, I feel like we could continue to sell off. We did just come up pretty aggressively, pretty damn aggressive. This is 0.0007 and we're at 0.007. So we're up. Of 20 whatever tokens would require a counterpart of 13 wax if I was going to put this into Taco Swap, but I'm going to put it into Alcor, and so now I don't need even parts. Instead, I can do let's just trade 2,000 of this into wax, and I can use the remaining 200 as my PXJ side of the liquidity equation, and then offset it with all of my wax so that as the price of PXJ falls, my range falls more into the center of, the liquidity that I'm setting versus trying to set it, even parts on both sides and then have it quickly fall out of range as the price dips. So now I only have 220, which would, only require 1.3 wax, but I have 27 wax as the counterpart. So now I can come over here and I can actually participate in this pool. I got to make sure I'm doing the right one. So you can see the 1% pool is the one I need to be in. So I'm going to say add liquidity through this page, and that opens up that. I need to go toggle to the 1% pool, which is easy to understand because it's the one that has 100% of liquidity. And then I want to add all my wax and all my PXJ, but you can see now it wants a counterpart of 4,000 PXJ to the 27 wax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this, leave this like one side alone and change the other side. Oh, it would have to be like this. So let's do, it would have to be like, let's set this, something like this, where we can set this end down. And you can see how my PXJ requirement is dropping dramatically. So now I can come and drop this till it's 220. 222, 223, we'll go to 222, like here. So now I'm only going to supply liquidity between 2.6% above the current price, meaning that, I'm only willing to sell the rest of this as the price goes up and then move out of range if that's what happens. Or if we do drop, I can drop all the way to 45%, which is, 0.0034, which if we go to here, which is about 0.0034 is about here, which is the base of this kind of like, I would say there's probably a support level here, just like there's a support level here, here, and then here on the daily chart. So I'd say for this one, that gives me a decent range. I'm basically out of range if we keep pumping, but this chart looks less than bullish, and I can also add indicators to help bias my opinion a little bit more. So I can do like the SRSI to take a look if we're overbought or oversold. This is actually very oversold. It's just barely starting to form. But if I go to the 4 hour, we can get a little better picture because there's a lot more candles here to average this data from. Actually, it looks like it wants to push up on the 4 hour trend. And then let's take a look at the OBV. We want to see rising on balance volume. And falling on balance volume is what we got. So it looks like, looks like money or value pulling out of this pool, moving out of this pair. And so I'm going to stick with my kind of the range that I already have going here. So let's do this. 27. This is basically like a slightly more than we started with now because we're using some of our price slippage check is the error it's giving me. So when that happens, you can click this and you can change the slippage to something higher, like 2% slippage allowing. And if that doesn't work, almost always, so it's still giving me an error. Almost always the move is to refresh this page. So I'm just going to keep in mind 0035, 0065 is kind of like the range I'm looking at. I'm going to refresh this and do this again. PXJ 0035 and 0065. And that should get me close. I guess I gotta go down a little more. We'll let it drop down all the way to 220. Okay, so we gotta go a little further than this. 220, there we go. Now, quickly, I'm gonna actually sign this transaction. The longer that time passes, the more the price can change, the quicker, more likely it is to fail. Has insufficient RAM. Oh, there's a new one. So I need more RAM for this for our DeFi wallet. The move there is generally, I'm going to do this through blocks. In case you've never done RAM through blocks, you can do that up here. Add account, log into your wallet. We'll go like this. DeFi wallet. And there you go. You can see our RAM is in use. So if I click on the wallet tab up here, there is a buy sell RAM function right here. The receiver should be your wallet, which is automatically filled in. And I'm going to do, let's buy like, 2.5 wax worth of RAM. So if we do that, bought the RAM, now we can go back to account and you can see we have RAM ready to go. And now I can jump back over here. I'm going to have to toggle this and change my range a little bit because my numbers changed here. And now I should be able to add this liquidity. Done and done. Okay, so now let me hit refresh really quick. There we go. PXJ. And if I come to farm, change to toggle, there we go. So you can see I'm already earning these PXJ tokens. I'm already at 0.01. So now I'm earning, 0.03% of all these tokens every day. So you can see, it's 277 plus 41 is the total amount here. And then if I get out a calculator, I can do the math to see how much PXJ I'm earning per day now. So it's 277 plus 41 is 318. And then I would multiply that by my percentage ownership of the pool. So multiplied times 0.0003. And let's see, that would be, I added one too many zeros. So I should get about 0.954 PXJ per day. We'll see. We'll come back and check on this next week. So we put up, let's say like around 27 wax in bilateral. We've spent 2. So about 25 wax. If we go back to the pool, we can see 24.5 and then probably around half a wax of PXJ. So we put up about 25 wax into this pool. We can come back next week and see how that's done. We didn't really save any wax to participate further in this pool. So let's just leave this one alone. This one's back in range. I'm leaving that alone too. And then the last one we have to look at is our index token. Both of these pools, we bought index tokens directly, and then we created this pool out of range. So we never actually put any wax into either of these pools. And you can see as they've been cooking along here, we've basically sold the index tokens all into wax. And while we were doing that, we were also earning wax. And index if it trades the other way, but generally it'll earn wax and just turn all the way into wax. It hasn't finished fully converting, and 0.09 is the range that I'm out still, and that's about the weekly yield of index. So I'm going to leave this farm alone. And then same with this one. This one's 0.03. So this is an even tighter liquidity range. And you can see also earned a little bit of wax, starting to sell the index. I'm going to leave both of these opens. I think next week when we come and check on them, they'll both be out of range, 100% on the wax side. At that point, we'll claim the wax as well as the rewards, and then we'll do the same thing again. We'll take the wax, we'll buy index tokens, and then we'll create an asymmetrical liquidity pool to sell the index tokens back for more wax than we bought them for. This seems to be a very straightforward way to use this liquidity pool to automatically kind of trade on our behalf. Also, if we look at the spot market, index token is just trucking along as it has been for the past over a year, just doing its thing here as the trading bot keeps feeding into this. I am interested to know if as the rates of staking wax increase with the new tokenomic model that we discussed last week, as that starts to roll out, I'm curious to know if this trading bot will still have enough stake to continue its arbitrage trading to keep this trajectory going. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, I'm leaving this one alone. I'm liking this kind of liquidity pool position. And for next week, these are going to be the 3 farms that we're running. And you can see that we're in range kind of on all of these, and they're pretty ridiculously high. Like this PXJ seems to be climbing in APR rather than dropping. So this looks like we're over 1,000% APR on this pool. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how this performs by next week. Let me hit refresh. I'm curious if our wax is draining at all yet, or if it's just standing still. It's just standing still at the moment. So interesting. Let's see how this one plays out. Other than that, I think we checked on our taco. We got our tacos out. Let's just look really quick at the meal pools on taco and see what's new here, because sometimes there's some gems here that are worth jumping into, like this last week we did. And let's just check highest APR for shits. Oh yeah, PXJ has one here, quite a high APR. And Taco, again, it pays out once per day, whereas Alcor pays out in real time. So you can see, I'm staking here. I'm already earning these rewards. They're already there. So there is a potential opening for playing both of these pools. If I were to remove, my liquidity from Alcor and then stake it to Taco before the rewards are distributed and then swap it back. I'm not sure what they do to stop people from gaming their system like that. So I don't know if it's not allowed, but it seems to be possible. But yeah, let's take a look at I think that's pretty much everything I want to look at for DeFi moves here. Let's keep an eye on the market, though. I think next week we are going to see potentially a little bit of a pullback. Feels like it's already starting a little bit. The 1 hour chart, it's still kind of bullish here, but over the last 15 minutes, yeah, starts pulling down a little bit. That's kind of what I want to see personally, because I'm, short selling Ethereum on the way down and trading long on the way up, and I've swapped a little bit of my position. I've closed all the profits long, and I'm now expecting it to kind of run out of steam. So let's see what this does for wax next week. Next week, if I go back to the daily chart, you can see our wax has been trading very much within this center range, and we are trying to hold right now above 6.5-ish cents. If we can close a full day here and hopefully bounce at 6.5 cents, then we can move forward to retest again the 7-cent resistance and potentially break through that to push all the way to 8.5. But right now we're trying to fight for our 6.5. And if we lose that, then again, next support is going to be around 6 cents. So it's likely we just keep bouncing around within this range for the coming week, which is exactly what we want as liquidity suppliers. So, as long as our token is in range, this is actually good news for us, since, we're making 2 cents a day off of our, $14, and not bad at all. It's like 35% or something. And then on top of that, we're making 55% more in APR payments from this farm, which we claimed earlier, and you can see we already have some wax growing into here. We already have some Wombat tokens coming back in, and we still have these guys cooking. So yeah, we'll be back next week and take a look at this. Let's take a look at the giveaway that Lewis has pulled up.
The grubfish?
Yeah, let's do that. Done and done. Nice. All small obscure tokens are up 300% lately. Yeah, like Lewis was saying, I think that has a lot to do with incentives, like people rotating their incentives. Like the pools get huge APRs, and then people pump money into the small tokens, capitalize on the APRs for a week, 2 weeks, however long the major whale is doing it for. And as soon as that person leaves, everyone else is kind of like left holding the bag, and they kind of rotate that. And that's like a microcosm of what happens in the bigger world of crypto as well. So like generally speaking, that's kind of like what the game in crypto is OG people rotating liquidity to new protocols in order to keep the APR rates on new protocols high, new tokens high, and incentivize people who aren't part of the OG kind of community to participate, and then leave those people holding the bags. Overwhelmingly, if you're seeing crazy high APRs on stuff, that's generally a warning sign. Those type of APRs are not sustainable. It's also why we're only doing 26, 25 wax into that pool, even though we have hundreds of wax in the wallet. If it's 1,000% APR, we should be like, let's fucking go. But again, it's we ought to be cautious. High APRs don't necessarily translate to sustainable APRs or sustainable price action for the underlying tokens. So,
Usually the opposite.
It's exactly, yeah. So seeing those APRs, that's why, again, like we're metering our participation in that, only doing a little bit, and we're kind of like expecting it to eat shit, to kind of like eat our profits. Even last week, we did make a pretty decent amount of yield, but we still ended up losing 0.3 wax out of our initial 27. So, like if I did the math on that, 0.3 out of 27. Oops, I did 37. 0.3 out of 27. That's about 1.1% loss in a week. So not really what we're looking for. 1.1% loss in a week. It's a good way to like lose half of our value in a year if we just keep that course. So always be course correcting, always keep an eye on how these things are developing, and then don't get caught holding the bag of something that just looks really enticing but doesn't actually make sense. I remember that was a big thing back in the day too, when before Terra Luna collapsed. A lot of people were talking to me about how like, oh, you can make 20% APR staking your stable coins there, and I looked into how it worked, and it just like didn't add up. So even back then, it's like same deal. It's like, don't want to do things that don't make sense. If you can't understand where the yield comes from, then it probably isn't. It's not that you just don't get it, it's that it just doesn't work. Because that was my whole thing on that Terra Luna stuff. I was just like, this seems like it's going to collapse in on itself, and everybody who was talking to me about it was just like, no, it works because of this and that, and it just didn't make sense to me. And I was never like, oh, I think I'm an idiot. It's more like, no, I do this for a living. If it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't fucking make sense. So having some of that confidence too, to be like, hey, it doesn't fucking make sense.
It seems too good to be true. It probably is, as they always say.
I hope you're all okay, other than the 1.1% loss. Yeah, we're doing all right. I've been also, like the crypto market's been bull. We've been kind of like looking at the weekly chart for months, and it had printed and flipped to bull months ago. And we were like on the opinion that, buying the dip is a strategy again, like taking metered steps to re-enter the markets there. So a lot of that stuff has been doing really, really well in the last few months. Like a lot of those early positions are up like 100 to 150% right now, and that always feels good. Plus, there's like the the tokens that I've talked about on our stream for years already that I'm still interested in. Stuff like charged particles, like IONX, where they're making like NFT standards that let you basically create DeFi positions into NFTs and then trade those. That token is up like 150% in the last day. Like some of those tokens are fucking flying. It's really fun. It's starting to feel a lot more like bull market season, like pre-bull market season again. It's not like full-fledged bull market where literally everything you buy is turning to gold. But there is a lot of that, like in the last few months, you get a lot of that price action, and it kind of brings a lot of that excitement back into like into the community of people trading these assets. And that has been fun, although I'm also kind of cautious because I'm still not 100% convinced we're seeing the return of the bull market just yet. We did check on the chart earlier today, and we saw a bull print on the monthly, which again, I was saying it's a pretty huge deal, but we have 25 days left in this month before we can actually close that and put up the like bias our sentiment using those signals. Those signals aren't, locked in until the charts close, the candles close. But yeah, BuzzKing knows what's up. It's been exciting, man. It's fun also to like get back into like chats for like DeFi projects or like anything, and like people are happy, like for a long time in the crypto space, especially, like everyone is getting their asses kicked by the market. Like people aren't really, it's not a fun place to like to hang out and like pop in and be like, excited! Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're like even if you're doing well, it's like it's still not fun to come into a room and be like, hey, I just made a killing short selling this stuff, while everybody else in the room is like, fuck, my investments are in the toilet. So it's nice. You can kind of like be happy again, and everyone else is also happy, and not just like not wanting to hear that you're doing well while the market's taking a shit.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's nice. I'm excited to see the market starting to turn, and I would love to see, the end of the month, if the
ripping and the tearing.
I'm fucking ready for it, man. The ripping and the tearing up to fucking new all-time highs. That's what we need. I'm definitely, I'd be interested in a green Christmas as far as green chart action. Get the.
Oops, winning.
There you go. Get the chart to pump. But yeah, it's definitely been fun. It's nice. It's cool to see the market starting to kind of like shift a bit. Also, I don't know if people are keeping up with the BlackRock spot ETF for Bitcoin. The SEC has postponed their ruling on that as of the most recent deadline. So that was, I believe, yesterday, where we got a non-surprising, announcement that the SEC is like, oh yeah, we're postponing our decision based on based on whatever it was. But whatever. That's kind of it's exactly what we expected, honestly. Let's see. And then also Coinbase announced that they're going to start doing money transfers via links sent on WhatsApp, TikTok, and Instagram. So that's kind of an interesting. They're like trying to enter, I would say that's like PayPal's domain. They're trying to like enter the kind of like legacy market for that. But yeah, But yeah, the block reported, when was this? Yeah, yesterday afternoon. SEC delays decision on Greystone's proposed spot ETF into the new year. Okay, totally what we expected. So,
Let's go!
I agree. It's going to be a big deal. At least the hype is going to be huge when the ETFs get approved. There's so many applications out. Like, oh, you already said, yeah, so many of these applications are in. And once one of them gets approved, that basically creates a precedent for the others to follow to then also be approved. So there will be like a landslide of approved ETF vehicles. To be fair, there already exists spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. In like the European market, in like the Asian market, there's a spot ETF as well. But this will be the first spot ETF for Bitcoin and the one proposed for Ethereum. These will be the first on the New York Stock Exchange, which if you look at the global economy, the New York Stock Exchange represents like 60% of trading volume. So even though these vehicles do exist, the access to them is going to open up to like, you know, more than double of the current trading money that is accessible to them. But yeah, it's a exciting time. I'm really looking forward to this coming year. I think, you know, I think a lot of people are kind of changing their tune on crypto as well. Like it's been around for so long that it's no longer like the fringe thing that people bring up at Christmas, that they're like, oh, I got into this weird shit that I'm going to grow out of next year. And next year comes along and no one's even talking about it anymore. You definitely have, you know, people coming home for the holidays still talking about Bitcoin. Like years later, you now have, you know, BlackRock, Fidelity, big major institutional kind of like, you know, long-standing established players entering the space, which legitimizes it a little bit as far as like, it's hard for your grandma to be like, oh, that's just like nonsense internet stuff, when Fidelity is actively building products around it. So it's hard to, you know, I don't know. It's nice to see that kind of shift. Oh, wow. What are these pumpkins?
That's our Halloween.
Oh,
I'll see if I can find a Christmas neon.
that's pretty dope. But yeah, it's definitely interesting times. I hope to see, you know, the adoption of all this stuff continue. And I hope to see some more legal clarity coming across the board, especially like when you look at stuff like in the UK, where you have a lot of these project creators having to stop operations because of the new legislation coming out in a kind of hostile kind of way, where it isn't really built to help those people put out their products. It's much more about like, you know, limiting who can do what. And it would be nice to see like clarity in the kind of like global scale of like, hey, what can and can't be done, and where can and not be done. Because that's still kind of something that's lagging behind. So it's definitely going to be nice to see, you know, legislative clarity, get some fucking, like, get the let out to the people whose job it is to fucking make these rules, instead of just them dragging their feet and being like, oh yeah, it's everything's a security, everything's a fucking you know, like it can't both be property and a security, you know, all that kind of stuff, where it's like, oh, you have to pay taxes on it like incomes, but it's not money, which is like, okay, so it'll be nice to see all that kind of stuff falling more and more into place. And that all happens when these bigger institutional players actually enter the space and demand that type of legislative clarity. So far, there hasn't been a strong enough demand from like legitimate players in the global landscape here. And most of the people who've been servicing this industry have been doing it in a fly-by-night kind of Wild West way. So, you know, you're not going to see Fidelity come in and just start listing Pepe coins without there being a clear like legal reason or reality for them to be allowed to do that. Whereas, you know, you got Coinbase just like, we'll list anything you pay us to list, which, I mean, they already settled their lawsuit. So we'll say for now they're all above board again. But yeah, I'm excited. Good, interesting times. I'm still obviously a permabull kind of. I really like crypto. I'm definitely going to be here for the ride, even if it's down. But yeah, I don't know. We're coming up on, you know, April, May is going to be the next halving event. Ooh, this is very Neon Space. Yeah, April, May, next halving event. That's generally speaking a good catalyst for price action, price appreciation in the crypto markets. And so we'll see if that stuff, you know, plays out the way it historically has played out. Then we should see a pretty positive crypto market in the especially latter half of next year. If the trends for crypto do continue the way they had in the past, we should also be expecting a bit of a pullback right around now. You know, right around now in the first few months of the next year, if it's going to do the similar trend that it did in the past. Although we are in this strange kind of like space of literally everybody expects a pullback. So you have a lot of money, you know, betting short at this point. So it's still very like profitable for it to not actually pull back, for it to just keep climbing. And so we'll have to see how all that plays out, because it's, you know, while the past performances help to like guide our decision making. It doesn't guarantee future performance. So just because something happened 2 or 3 times in the past doesn't mean it'll happen a 4th time in the future. So we'll have to keep an eye out. But yeah, it's exciting.
Doesn't sound like
Wait.
Christmas music.
Yeah, it's close. Let's see. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how next year plays out. There's definitely going to be a lot of reason to be excited about crypto stuff. And obviously I've been excited for fucking ever. There we go. That's a little Christmassy. But yeah, I think if we want, I'll do like I can give you guys some insight on like crypto projects that I'm excited about. There's definitely a few like projects out there that I feel like are really flying under the radar still, have a legitimate product built, have solid utility. And right now it's still, it's very, very early for any of this stuff to be worth anything on its merit. It's all based on speculation right now. So a lot of the stuff can fly under the radar that actually has merit. So it's a fun time to be in this market. Cool time to look around the space because this is a kind of space where you can do your own research and that can directly turn into a profitable investment. But, keep in mind the market is very much a speculation driven first market, and therefore even if you do find products that are technologically superior to everything else out there, it's not about the best thing, it's about the biggest hype. So keep in mind that even though you can do very well for yourself with this type of strategy of like researching, buckling down and understanding stuff and then buying into it, you're also betting on the market at large acting in a rational way, and historically speaking these markets aren't very rational. So stay safe, but let's keep our eyes on this. It definitely looks like we're getting very close to a point where the bull market is back and coming back into full swing. I think all we really need is a cool off here in the weekly, and then we are setting the stage for a crazy run up. Let's see how it plays. Let's see. You want to pull up the giveaway and do the giveaway?
Yeah.
There's a giveaway going in the background.
Just doing some lo-fi Christmas.
Ooh, with a little reflection. This is a pretty cool video. I don't know. Do people like Christmas music too? I feel like Christmas music comes around too often.
I don't mind this lo-fi version.
This one's pretty
vinyl
good.
crackle in the background is nice.
Yeah. This one's not bad, for sure.
I also like the Darth Vader Yule log.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. I'll cut this. Get rid of this.
Push it.
Play the 8 hours of Darth Vader Yule log.
Yeah, it looks like we are getting a little bit of a sell-off here now. I think we're going to pull back a little bit in this coming week. I like the crackling of the Yule log. That's funny.
This is our festive stream.
Yeah, Yamster. It feels like too often. I feel like it's not once a year because the Christmas music comes in like, I've heard Christmas music like around Halloween time. Like, let's be real, it comes in too hot is my problem with it.
Uh-oh, my screen's frozen over here.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just being a curmudgeon, like a bah humbug Christmas. It's just
I do think Christmas music comes too early too. That shit was like the day after Thanksgiving, even before Thanksgiving, but they wasted no time getting right into Christmas.
Yeah, moderation. I'm good with moderation. I feel like they don't do the moderation well. I don't listen to I don't listen to Christmas music year round. And then there's like Christmas songs that I really like that I am excited for them coming back around. Like Mr. White Christmas. that one's fun.
I like weird Christmas music, like "I'll Be Stoned for Christmas." That's a good one by Dent May. Check out this song. We probably can't play it on our stream, but "I'll be stoned for Christmas." Also like Delicate Steve put out a fucking dope Christmas album. Check out the Delicate Steve Christmas album. He plays like fucking like Indian psychedelic guitar over Christmas songs. It's fucking like
Huh.
sounds like the fucking Doors style, like the end where it's like just playing all these Indian like raga scales, like shredding over Christmas beats. I'm like, this is fucking weird. I played it for my family, and they're like, "Can you put on something that sounds more like Christmas music?" I'm like, "This is Christmas music."
What have you ever heard that fucking Mr. White Christmas?
I'm positive you've sang it on the stream, but
I
that's
fucking
the
love
only
that
time I
song.
ever hear it is when you bring it up.
Or I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. That's another classic.
Yeah, I don't know where you're finding these songs. That's
That
not
lady
a
has
fucking
whoever
vibe.
sings that song has like this really like nasally like I want a hippopotamus for Christmas kind of voice. It's very like show tunes like
Yeah, I don't know about that.
but that one's pretty fun.
I feel
I
like
think.
Christmas music is fucking, like Silent Night,
Silent
Jingle
Night's
Bells,
a classic.
like those
Sure.
kind of ones. are
The
ones
Jingle
that I
Bell
hear more
Rock.
often than fucking,
Or that like the Taylor Swift song. Or is it Taylor Swift?
I don't know.
They're
What
like,
song
I
are you
don't
thinking?
want a lot for Christmas.
That's not Taylor Swift. Isn't that fucking like Alicia Keys?
That sounds
Something around?
right. That could be Alicia Keys.
What's the song called? I Don't Want a Lot for Christmas.
I think so, yeah. Or All I Want for Christmas Is You, possibly.
Remember, it's Mariah Carey. That's what
Mariah
it is.
Carey. Yeah, okay. Mariah Carey. Chucky was on it already. He fucking knew.
Yeah, I think that came out when Taylor Swift was like a child.
Okay. That song slaps though. The but yeah. In moderation. It slaps in moderation, we should say. It slaps. And then that song I love. That's got the whole Mean Girls dance routine for it. That one's great.
That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock.
Plus, there is a new Mean Girls coming out, which I think it's a musical.
Is that something Marcy Circle would dance to? That's got to be like the saddest strip club ever. If strippers are stripping to Christmas music. Just fucking like sleigh bells is the beat, and they're fucking dropping trow to that.
Marcy.
Marcy Circle just reminds me of Marcy Playground.
There's Marcy Circle.
I smell sex and candy, yeah. Mama, this surely is
See,
a
I didn't
dream.
make my bed perfectly.
Who's that lounging in my chair?
I gotta get Marcy Circle her little like stripper outfit for Christmas.
Should we make a
Should love it.
AI images? Let's see what Marcy Circle looks like.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
What's the good one?
It's a good way to unwind.
The
Oh,
open AI?
like what is it called? Journey, Mid Journey, or Dolly
I don't know
2?
if
Yeah.
what are the free ones though? There's like
Is Dolly not free anymore?
they're like Dolly's never been free. It was like
Oh,
this is the new one. Crayon's made by the Dolly people. They like Dolly mobile one was free, but like the actual Dolly always took a subscription. All right, let's see. Marcy.
a dog. You should be like a dog stripper named Marcy Circle so that it knows.
I just want to see what it thinks Marcy Circle is.
Okay,
I guess I
yeah,
spelled
let's see
Marcy,
what it
not the way you
does.
spell it. But...
It makes you watch this commercial.
No, just estimated time 1 minute. It's drawing.
Oh,
Commercials
it's generated.
separate. But if you need Tampax
There we go.
for your holiday inspiration,
Let's see if I can grab
I like how
Marcy
you can
here.
skip the commercial, just go to another commercial. It's just all commercials. Let's skip this one. Oh, next commercial.
Marcy, come here.
Deep AI. Let's get another one cooking while this one's cooking. I want to see what Marcy's Circle is. Also, last call for exclamation point neon if you'd like to join this giveaway.
Here's Marcy Circle.
I'll spell this one right.
Marcy Circle IRL. Hi, sweetie.
Enhance.
Oh, yes.
Computer enhance.
She's mad because I got her up when she was sleeping.
This is what it says
Little
Marcy
nest.
Circle looks like. This is
Okay.
Marcy Circle.
Oh, okay. It's got kind of like a nerdy vibe, like almost like a Wendy from Wendy's.
This is who I want to see on the stripper pole when I go to a fucking strip
That's-
club.
That's like, yeah.
Something went wrong with that face.
dancing to Jingle Bell Rock, man. That's it, dude. That's the holidays right there.
Look at that fucking
Ooh,
beautiful
she's got, like,
smile.
Droopy eye too, a little asymmetrical as well. It's like,
This one's kind of creepy too. Look at the eyes. It's like, what is going on there?
the bags
teeth.
too, like those smile lines are like deep.
They don't like Marcy as far as
Yeah, these are all kind of like unsettling.
this is the one I want to see stripping the most. That looks like a librarian.
Yeah, that one's good. She's the keeper of knowledge. That one's good too.
Let's spell it different. Marcy Circle. Should we do neon? See what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see a dog stripper Marcy Circle.
I'm afraid the type stripper, and I don't know if like these things are safe for work. You know. Well, this one fucking sucks. This doesn't give you anything you want. Let's duplicate this tab and get a couple cooking. Crayon. Let's see. Marcy dog stripper. I'll type it in and let's see if we get kicked off Twitch. I don't know, like if it'll just show nudity. I haven't tested that.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Roll the dice, baby.
We're doing Marcy Circle neon first.
That looked like somebody had. Yeah. Crazy good
Jingle
images.
bell. Okay, here's Marcy Circle.
Okay.
Let's change it up a lot.
That's I mean, I guess like
don't know about
the why is it
Just
what
adding
makes it
neon made it way different.
what's the Marcy about it? Where's the Marcy? There we go.
This looks just like Marcy.
Yeah, look at that. It's like a wow. That was I don't know. I don't
This
know how to
dog's
describe it.
tripping, making big.
Ooh, okay.
These
That's
are
a
all
cutie.
horrifying.
Cuties. That one's pretty great. It's got like two sets of ears. One that's up and one that's
Why am
down.
I putting stripper made like chains on their chest? That seems to be a
I don't know.
recurring thing. That's
Do you
what
see the top
strippers
left
adding
one
to
with
it.
with its two sets of ears, where one's up and one's down?
Yeah, this one kind of looks the most normal actually.
That was not bad. Lots of very gummy smile.
This one's kind of weird. It's like a decapitated dog.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
Here's Here's Marcy Circle, y'all.
that. Okay. Damn,
These
it's
look a little more normal.
overwhelmingly redheads.
Yeah, I guess Marcy's a redheaded name.
Yeah, interesting. Except for
This
that
one
one,
almost looks
yeah,
a little bit like your mom.
a little bit, yeah. I could see that. It's like a weird stylized kind of horror
It's
show
like a
picture. of
fucking,
her.
if your mom turned into a slight demon.
Yeah, yeah. It was like a little like horrible.
If your mom was morphing into a demon, that's what she would look like. They all have like weird fucking eyes. Like, why is this eye smaller than that eye?
Right? Right, Amster?
It
I
has
don't
way
know,
too
dude.
big
Why
of a
is Marcy?
forehead.
Dude, 5 head, man. That is.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of these women strip, to be honest.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess Marcy's a redhead.
Should we type in
Marcy-
other people's? What was
You're a redhead
what was
now.
Hamster's?
Oh, Yamster
Hamster's
had a
name was
good
like
one.
Thor or something. Let's see. Thor Brookside. Let's see what he looks
Yeah,
like.
there we go. That's pretty good. Thor's a pretty good animal name too.
Let's see. Thor Brookside dancing.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, even if it's fucking dumb.
I like it too. There's also like you can use AI to do way more than what we're doing here. Like you can tell it to write you like software and stuff, and it'll do a pretty decent job. I mean, I'd still get like a coder to like look it over, but
What's up, Thor Brookside? Okay, after Thor Brookside, if anybody else wants to give us their stripper name or their porn name,
yeah, we'll judge your AI appearance.
yeah. Thor Brookside's got to look like the Nordic god, right? Is
I
he
feel
Nordic?
like, yeah, he's gonna be like a blonde, like ripped ass dude, and like fucking.
I feel like Thor Brookside is in like the Thunder Down Under. Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Like a hairy
He's got like no
god of
eyes and
thunder.
this one's got like a cyborg guy. This one looks pretty normal. I like how kind of all this looks like fucking Chris Hemsworth or whatever his name is.
Yeah, very close. Oh, this one too. Yeah. I like the top left one. Oh, or the like middle, like yeah, he's pretty stripping on the
There
next
you are.
one.
There's stripper Thor.
That's like when you're about to get ready to like take that like flimsy top off. There's like a
And we
woman
actually
one
got
too,
women
huh?
there.
Yeah, a couple women. I feel like those are a little risque. I wouldn't blow that one up.
She has a bra on.
Oh, okay. Then we're okay. He's not really dancing.
That
in
or
that one.
no nipples, but yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty solid.
All right, let's do this last giveaway and call it a stream. We'll be back on tomorrow. I want to show one of our off the rails teas for tomorrow. before we
Oh
do this.
yeah.
Found one because the booth that Priscilla has is right next to Corey Feldman. I found a fucking Corey, of all things that popped into my radar this week, a Corey Feldman off the rails video popped up, which is less off the rails than you think it could be because he's done some pretty weird shit. But this one's just a funny little fail. Straight up like when people step on a rake and hit themselves in the face, he somehow did that with a mic stand, which I don't even know how you do that with a mic stand. but
That's pretty good.
I'm hoping he does this at DesignerCon. I want to see him
Yeah.
pop
I
himself
want
in
him,
the face with a microphone.
I want him to sign my microphone just to Okay, that's a good tease for off the rails stuff.
I got a bunch of videos for tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun one.
Marcy go round like Mary go round. That might be an off the rails one too. Maybe I have to.
Marcy go round. Damn, people just get sliced. Kimosabi. Oh, we got a lot of backpacks left. And we got trails. Whoever wins as a cosmetic.
Let's go.
Actually might
Oof.
buy some motive. I think his Mono Suerte in our Discord was saying, he's like, yeah, I just bought a bunch of motive for 50 wax and people are dumping it. If you can get more fucking stream cosmetics for motive and like people dump
Yeah.
it super hard, I might buy some too.
Or even a plushie. I don't mind a plushie. It's also
Yeah,
day
I'm-
one. It's day one of this news. That's usually when you get the best kind of like panic.
Mahala! Did Mahala already win one earlier? I think he did. So I'll send you something else. 'Cause I'm not gonna send you two of the. I'm not gonna send you two of the Priscilla things. Double winner. All right, so we're not gonna send you another Tsune. We'll send you a Momoko Temptress. Shout out to Pixiegon and also Black Fang of Lewd Momoko. We'll also send you a Dogzilla Woof thing. We got. I think the blend might have closed for that at this point, but we're already past. We're in Christmas season. We got to get rid of these. Halloween.
Yeah. In a giving mood right now.
Congratulations, BDA. I would say I haven't seen BD in a while. Congratulations. But yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. Tomorrow we'll be doing off the rails and doing more giveaways. Friday we've been playing like Counter-Strike or some games, so we'll have NFT giveaways for the next 2 days, some fun off the rails videos, and then maybe some gaming. I'd be down to play some Pixiel too if you all want to try to invade me and kill me. Not Pixiel,
Yeah.
Dead Wager. Is the name of
Yeah.
it right?
Dead.
finally, right?
I feel like that's it. Dead
I think it's Dead Wager. I used to say Dead Ringer.
Wager.
I kept saying that
Yeah.
wrong. Dead Wager is
I
correct.
think it's Dead Rager. Wait, I don't know. This motive token is up 361% since the news of it getting shut down.
I think that's because Monosorte just bought a bunch of it.
Okay. Well, you spiked the price.
The hamster's saying it's a 70% spike if you buy 50 wax, and he just bought 50
Okay.
wax. That's at least a 70% spike.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking on Wax on Edge and I see it.
I'm gonna
it
check real
spiked.
quick.
Let's see from the actual
I'm gonna log into
bottom.
my account and see how much I have. I also
It's-
have some.
from where it was. Let's see, when was that? 4-8, like yesterday morning to where it is right now. It's up 2,700%.
Apparently announcing you're shutting your game down. Publisher
Yeah.
checking.
Jeez, what a fucking pump.
Where do I go into the game? Buildings and staking.
Oh yeah, let's see. You got your
Now, this is like
record.
coming soon. Was supposed to really train your guys for your motive, and that just never happened.
That's too bad.
But I can play my record still.
Sport Jam.
Play motivation.
Yeah, how much did you get for that?
949.
49. That's not bad.
I even blended up. Like it took me, I had to buy a bunch of lower ones to blend up to that. So like I did this pretty good. And you had to buy the buildings, which weren't super cheap. I don't know, I didn't spend a ton of money on this. I also like of the projects I've supported on Wax, like we use Crittercraft every single day. Like I
Yeah.
don't really feel bad supporting them financially because they built one of the most useful tools for streamers. So I was never
Yeah.
expecting to get rich on this project. I was like, oh, I just want to support them, and the fact that they have a game, I'll play the game. But I also understand Pop and Stock being upset, being like, because if you did spend a bunch of money trying to grind up to the high rarities, hoping that you could play the game, and then the game just doesn't come out, that's a bummer for sure. But
Yeah, agreed.
it is what it is.
You could sell that for like 10 wax, 10 and a half wax.
I'm keeping mine.
I would too.
I was considering buying more.
I would buy more if you guys didn't just fucking pump it all to the moon.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I might set like limit orders.
All right, we're gonna raid into Las Vegas Ape and maybe play Buying the Dip while we do that.
I love that song. It's so fun. Buying the dip. Push it. Buying the dip. Buying
Do you
the
have
dip.
an update for our PFP? Where are we at on that?
Paul and I were like crushing through the mix and match stuff, but it's like taking us longer than we expected. So it's probably, I'll have to talk to Paul again when he thinks is a good time. But I was talking to him about it yesterday, and he was like, probably better to push it to like January. Plus, he was like, people are out of money at the end of December anyway, because everyone's buying Christmas presents and traveling. And I was like, yeah, maybe. I know I am. But yeah, it's a lot more work than I
So
thought.
looking like we're probably not going to
I
do it
would
by the end of the
say,
year.
Yeah, I'd say definitely by the end of January, definitely. But we're getting like, we're in the mix and match phase now. We have, part of it was like we're trying to like come up with ways to do it faster, but the faster ways is like I don't want to sacrifice on the quality of like the artwork. And so everything is basically handmade. Like each one of them were like by hand choosing the trades and like adjusting it, and they do all require like a little touch up. Yesterday I timed myself doing like 5 of them, and I was averaging about 7 minutes per one, which is like,
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of time.
Yeah, which is like, okay,
That's
if I
like
extrapolate
7,000
that out,
minutes.
that's like 100 hours. Like, which is like, damn, that's gonna take me a minute.
Honestly,
but
I feel like it probably took me like 50 hours of rendering for the fucking
yeah,
the
it's
music. It took me a while.
and even like writing the naming convention. While the naming convention works, it's like a long string of like like letters and numbers. You know, it's like marquee 05, B 07, so base 07, eyes this, and so that makes it works to like not duplicate stuff, but it also just takes time to like, I don't have it in my head yet, so I'm not just like from memory like, so I have to like go through our legend and like write each name and stuff, and that takes like
That's
a
the one thing I
minute.
had going for mine is all the genres are just the letter.
Yeah,
So it's like
But
RO
we're-
for rock.
but we're
I also
definitely
found them in order, so like I was like changing one thing at a time, so it was easy for the naming convention.
yeah. We also have like quite a few of them done now, so we can start making some like cool teaser content and like ads and stuff for it. But
I feel like it
to
could be
have
worth
them all done
doing a
I
day
feel
where
like-
you're working on them, and we just have that going in the background while I'm shooting the shit.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I could show my process.
Too many
here.
hours. Kill
It's
some of that on
basically, the way I have it now, the workflow now is like we have a base set of like 70 artworks that are all like pretty like wildly different, and then what I'm doing now is like duplicating 2 of the bases and then taking one base as like the main base and then adding attributes from the other duplicate, merging those back, making a new one, renaming it, and that's pretty much it. So I can crush through that stuff like
Do we
5-10
have
minutes.
a Sune mask? Did we end up doing that?
Yeah, there's a Sune mask. There's the what is it called? The Sune one looks cool. The Sune kimono too. So it's like you could get like a King Pizza employee t-shirt guy with the fucking Sune mask on or something. It's definitely fun, but like we made like what was it? Paul was starting with the King Pizza employee, so he has like a King Pizza employee with like dreadlocks and like a pirate fucking cap and stuff. It actually does end up looking really cool. Like we're like looking through them, and I was like, I honestly thought that mixing some of those attributes would look stupid, but they look fucking cool. It's like a pirate who works at King Pizza. Like, I don't know. It's fun, but it takes a bit of time, and I like I was saying, I'd like to do it better than faster. So I would say let's almost definitely update is like look for it end of January.
I mean, that works. It's also going to be
30th.
rough. We're going out of town.
Well,
versus-
yeah, that was the other thing. Is like we were talking about we can bring like the drawing pad with us to the Seattle and keep doing that because it's literally just an Illustrator file. It's not that like crazy. You can bring everything with us, but we will also be doing family stuff. It's like just because I
I'm
have
also, like,
access to.
I don't
it,
think
it's
I'm
like,
even bringing my streaming computer to New
Yeah,
York.
I don't-
So like as far as being able to promote it and hop on other people's streams and stuff.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we would have needed to book the Atomic Up ads. So like
Yeah, and
what
I
I've got
like
for next step is book the ad space for a time in January and just crunch for that.
Yeah, and I don't know about everyone else, but I am also pretty broke at the end of December. Like by the time I get to my house and I'm like hanging out with my family, I've gotten their gifts and stuff. It's like, okay, I'm out of like I don't have money to spend on myself this
I
month.
spent all my money on chocolate for my
Yeah.
parents this year.
I spent all my money on my family and friends and stuff. So end of January, it's like, okay, now is like, work has picked up again. Your gifts and stuff that you got for Christmas have like subsidized the money that you spent on gifts, hopefully. I don't know.
Smell all the gifts
Depends
that
how
people-
broke you are, is like how much of this equation you kind of like are doing in your head. But yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's watch this and then raid into Las Vegas Ape, who just went offline. That is not going to work for us.
Damn.
Damn
Your boy,
it.
your boy Kevin just lost lots of money.
Is this muted still? I guess we'll. Oh, I kind of want to see Viewfinder. Looks like a sick game. We'll raid into Bryson's.
Is
It's
he
not
playing
an
Viewfinder?
NFT thing, but honestly, not a lot of people are doing NFT stuff right now. That was
That's
a
too
game where
bad.
like you look through a camera and you can like transport into different worlds.
Oh, I saw like the demo for that like 2 years ago at like an E3 thing. It looked cool as hell. I think I saw it for like a VR thing.
Man, your boy Kevin
it
just
out.
lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you, with you. Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we we go. Come on, push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
First of all this whining by Wall Street is making me sick. 140% of GameStop was short. GameStop was short. You can't allow Wall Street to short 75% of its stock, crush these companies into the dirt, thousands of stocks into the dirt. Then when the individual makes money, everyone's entrepreneurs. I have a kid who bought a house, paid $50,000 and bought a house. After decades of the shorts, you have to accept the fact that individual investors are playing the same game that you're playing, and now you're losing.
Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening? Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, push it, push it, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God.
Peace out, everybody.
See you guys. Thanks for joining.
Organizations online. Too many people can get together in a subreddit. Think it's really funny that the GameStop stock is going up and just affects the market in that
this
way.